What up? What up? Look, y'all, I took a bath. Girl, I took a bath. What was you, blow dry? Blow dry? Blow dry? Blow dried? Blow dried my hair. I got some grays coming in over here. Yeah, anyways. Hello, everyone. Hello. Well, thank you, Aries. Thank you, Becca. Look, they got little flowers on them. Can you, I look like Clue. You see the little flowers? Aren't they cute? SoFlo and AMAC just had a good live. It was nice to giggle and just have fun and not be too serious. Thank you. Hello, everybody. Well, thank you. I appreciate that clue. Bro, Aries, we finna talk about it. Look, hold up. Let me show y'all. Apollo, if you don't stop, leave that cat alone. Oh, shit. Where is it? Oh, hold on. I put it somewhere else. Here we go. Y'all ready? All right. Y'all ready for this? Hallelujah. 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 Yes. That shit happened. Britney J and Granny. Yes. Yes, auntie. And it happened on Queens. I was like, shit, I don't give a fuck where it goes down. It's about time these bitches talk. Oh, yes. Yes, hunty. And good on both of them. Yeah, they made up. They made up on Queens today. Mom told me about it, so I went and watched where Granny joined the panel. But that's going to lead us into some more shit. First off, I want to tell y'all what is up with Granny and everybody coming for her at one time? I don't get it. I don't get it. I now don't get me wrong. I know Granny's done some foul shit. We all have done some foul shit. For me, what I look at is, has she done better? Has she grown since that foul shit? And I feel like she has. I've been watching her for, I don't know, about a year and a half, probably. Let's see. Yeah, about a year and a half. And I feel like she has grown. And when I see that growth, I want to give that credit. So it's like, I got people emailing me shit from years and years and years. Like, hello, I don't give a fuck about this. Okay, it's been done, it's been handled. Listen, is she doing it now? Has she done it recently? No. It's just like, geez Louise. I can't help but feel like, and I don't mean this for everybody, but for a few of the people tripping on her, I can't help but feel like there's a little jealousy in there somewhere. And I get it. Chronicles of the Shady and Granny, they have their own thing going, and I like both of them. Um, I think Granny probably, uh, what you call it? Because she is so defensive and she has so many people always coming at her about shit she did 2 or 3 years ago. I feel like maybe she's just super defensive sometimes, and like, Chronicles of the Shady might not have been in that chat when that was said, but maybe Granny seen her in that chat another time or something. You know what I'm saying? And she got confused. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, I'll have to go look. Yeah, it's all about growth. If you're growing, I ain't gonna hate. But I do want to say, and this is no offense to Granny, because I be fucking with Granny. I have been um in chats this last week that I ain't never even heard of the people for because they had Granny's name tagged or in the title, and I guess it comes up on my timeline because I do follow Granny. I don't know. But I've been in their chats listening, and it's just like, enough is enough, bruh. Y'all got to get over it. Y'all got to get over it. Y'all got to stop waterboarding us with Granny. Ah, stop waterboarding us with her past. We ain't focusing on that. Not over here, we ain't. Megan, that shit is wild. I don't even know who the people are. I'm assuming it's people from back in, when Granny first started YouTube or something. I don't know. But it's like Granny didn't even attack Clue or go after Clue in any kind of way. She did it very tastefully. She had the conversation about what Clue said, and it's just, to me, why throw up a live about, oh, Granny's, disputing what this person said? Well, she said the same thing 3 years ago. That don't get us nowhere. Okay, did she say that same thing last month? If she did, holla at me. Let me know. Stop fucking emailing me bullshit. I don't want to know unless it's current. Hola, Bendy. I mean, I like Granny, but I don't want to be waterboarded with all the bullshit that these ladies are putting out. I just don't. They are waterboarding the timelines. They are, and I don't even really know who they are. Well, see, I'm in a sub situation when it comes to Granny and Britney J, because there are certain things I like about Britney J and there are certain things I like about Granny, and I like to enjoy them both, and I don't want to be side-eyed for being caught in one chat or the other. So I personally am thankful for this truce. Appreciate it, Queen Bee. Thanks for letting it happen. Thanks for mediating that shit. Thanks for letting it go down. Woo wee, the Messiah. Yes, they are allowed to talk about their personal issues, but don't be emailing me shit. Like, if you hear Granny say something like that now, then email me. Don't email me about shit she put out 2 years ago, 3 years ago. I know, Tim, that's what it feels like. Some of my friends don't fuck with BJ, and that's okay. Like, they don't judge me for being in her chat, but they, if they feel like I need to be given a heads up about something, they absolutely do that, and I appreciate that. I hope it sticks this time too, Chloe Joe. Lord Jesus, hey Duchess. They are LaDonna. They gonna cray cray. They gonna cray cray. You better shut up perfectly. Y'all know I go all over the place. Folks just don't like that shit here on YouTube. That's why, like, fuck what me and Queen had going on. That ain't the only reason people call me a snaky snake. They call me a snaky snake because I go all over. And I ain't mean to people. If you ain't giving me a reason in that moment to be mean to you, then I can have a civil conversation. People don't like that shit. And it's like, bro, you want me to cuss them out? They ain't doing nothing wrong right now. I do too. I go all over the place. Oh, wow, LaDonna. Yeah, if they see me in the chats, that means they're everywhere too. Yeah, y'all just ain't participating. And most of the time, I don't participate. But if I have a question, I'm not scared to ask my question, you know? Because my whole thing was in that one chick's chat, she was playing an old video of Granny, and I was like, so has this happened recently? And she was like, no, I was going to get to a point where I was like in the conversation. I was trying to lead into the fact of, so y'all are just going over the same old bullshit. But then I got busy and had to do something else. I didn't get to finish that conversation, but I did ask them that question. Shut up, tattoos. Hey, Tia, watching from the nosebleeds. I be in the bushes. I know perfectly. It's crazy, ain't it? You shouldn't have to feel like you can't go somewhere. So, anyways, let's thank the almighty universe or God, whichever you believe in. Let's thank them for this truce, and let's hope it continues, and let's hope these bitter bitches can get over it. Whether it's about Britney or Granny, let the bitter shit go. Now, on to the next subject. So, is this Voice's second hill she's going to die on? That's my question. I went into her live last night because I heard like she was in an uproar about Granny's Washington posting that tip line phone call. And I was trying to figure out, like, I was really trying to figure out what happened because I had missed Granny's tip line phone call live. You know, bitch sleeping in and shit. So when I seen there was like something going on, no, I don't fuck with voices, but I damn sure did ask her in her chat, like, what's up? Oh no. Britney J and Granny, girl. Britney J and Granny. On her own panel because she's dying on the second hill. The first hill she died on was, I mean, bitch must got 9 lives. The first hill she died on since I've been in YouTube was when Queen let a few of her close friends see the autopsy photos of Gannon. Um, and that was her hill to die on. She was like, fuck that, called Queen a criminal, and told her the bitch can't vote and all kinds of shit. Went off on me, went off on Ellie. She broke up with Ellie on, hell, I don't even, oh, Lisa's stream. No, she didn't play the whole call. But my question is, okay, so she was upset about Granny playing certain parts of that tip line phone call, okay? She felt like that was saying that she's no better than Betty. I think Voices even said that on Queens. That would make you no better than Betty. Well, my question is, if that's the case, ho, why did you replay it last night? That's the question. Furthermore, why is it different if we play things that Betty says, or why is it, let's use this as an example. I didn't do it, but other creators that you hang out with did Voices. What's the difference in them playing Seth's interview where he outed the SA of Sebastian What's the difference? They played it for awareness to say this is not right, but regardless, they still played it. It was no different what Granny did. She played it to let you know what was misinformation and what wasn't, right? So there's no difference there to me. I was a little confused on that. Yeah, and then I think that's what I was leading to. And then I seen Laura on her panel. It's like, bro, the hate bonding in this motherfucker, I can't say too much. I've been guilty of it too when me and Queen was fighting. Listen, it happens. But this is just, it's like whiplash. Hate bonding everywhere. Why does Laura got such a hard on for Granny now? I think she said because she feels like she's a fraud, or not a fraud, but a liar. And then Voices is dying on a hill about some bullshit that ain't how it happened, and then replayed it herself. Not once, not twice, but at least 3 times. Then I heard Voices say something on her panel. I think it was today when she was talking to Laura. She said something about, you got this bitch up in my spot. So that's what it's about. You're not getting all the attention on Queens right now, huh? Is that what it is? Is that really what's going on? I don't think it was a problem. She played some of the calls. She was very upfront and honest about what was misinformation. I think it would be different if she would have just played it and not given that heads up, but she didn't. Well, that'll be her excuse, self-aware. That will be her excuse, and I'm over those excuses. Fuck that shit. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. She said something about that today, about Granny being up in her spot or something like that. It's like, oh, that's what this is really about. Like, yeah, girl, you let that slip out. That's what it's about. You don't like her being over there, so you just found something she did that you thought you could pitch a fit about and get some clout over, so that maybe Queen Bee would take your side and not let Granny around. And it just didn't happen. You tried to bring it up on Queens, and Queen shut you down. Do I think Queen really fucks with Granny? No. Do I think Granny really fucks with Queen? No. Do I think that any of them really fuck with Britney, or Britney fucks with them? Not really. I think they were just squashing shit. That's what I thought. That's the way I took it. But I don't think Granny's trying to be Queen's bestie. And I don't think Queen's trying to be Granny's bestie. But Laura also mentioned that that's what she didn't like, is that they're all pretending to be besties, and like, because none of them really fuck with each other. And it's like, yeah, but why does that bother you? You should, if you know that that's what's up, just let it be and go on about your business. But it makes it seem like there's a little bit of jealousy between, when it comes to Voices and Laura with Granny, because they're nitpicking. Yeah, Tia, you did, and I was grateful you did. I heard you, and I can't chat in Queen's chat because I'm blocked. I'm a blocked bitch. But if I could have been chatting in Queen's chat, Tia, I would have been having your back up there in that chat. Like, no, 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 Tia. Because I think Granny, again, she's so defensive sometimes. I think she thought that you were taking part in what Voices was doing. To me, it seemed like Voices had an axe to grind and you were actually concerned about it. That's what it seemed like to me. And I'm an outsider. So I was trying to figure out what was going on. And when I came in there, that's what it seemed like. I don't think they are either. I think they're just going to a common place where they can all go, you know? Oh, yeah, I'm a blocked snake bitch. That's why I always have to click Queen's link to go up there and correct Illuminati. Because I'm blocked in the chat. Every fucking sock account I got, I'm blocked. So all I can do is click the link and go give my piece. Where I came in, Tia had told her to not play that part again and that she was hoping it was just a misunderstanding. So maybe there was more to it, but that's the part I came in on. And I didn't have time to rewind. I was trying to catch up already. Yeah, and see, everybody's allowed, the right to their opinion on if Granny should have done that live or not. I felt like Voices was kind of trying to hide behind Tia's actual concern. I don't know. That's where I came in. Yeah, I heard she declared war. Hey, Ryan. I'm so glad to see you. Yeah, and I heard Queen say that was Robin's voice. That's the first thing I thought too. Seth's mama. You didn't talk her down, walk her through why it made no sense, told her to maybe take a few days. You said you also found a problem with it all. And you know what, though, May, I feel like it's okay for people to have a problem with it, but it's not okay to make it more than what it is. Like, state your piece and have your problem with it. But I don't know. To me, Tia was more of like, I'm hoping we can figure this out and just squash it and let it be. But Voices wasn't having that. She went straight to Queens trying to tell them about it. I don't think it was either, but it was misinformation though, because that had already been going around. I'm trying to think of, because I heard Granny say that today too, and I was trying to think of where I heard that. What live I heard that on the first time. But then the woman turned around, she said that, but then the woman also turned around and said, but he had no internet access. It was kind of proven that whoever this is working this tip line is full of shit. And they're helping in the spread of misinformation. And I get how some people feel like Granny playing it helped spread the misinformation, but the way I see it, she was putting out there that it was misinformation. I don't know. It's a catch-22 double-edged sword, It's like, yeah, it's proven that tip line is bogus and full of shit, but it does put that information out a little more, you know? Sorry, y'all, chat's going so fast, and I'm on my phone. I cannot keep up. I know, Hugh. I know. I know, I seen that. She put that live back up after she pitched a fit. Like, girl, you played it 3 times. About the PORN part, yeah, she played it several times. So I'm a bitch at you for doing something, but then I'm going to take it over here on my own panel, do the same thing, and continue bitching at you for it. And see, I can see it that way too perfectly. I really can. Like in some instances, I feel like maybe it could let people know not to trust a tip line, but then in other instances, I can see how it would be kind of, like I said a minute ago, putting it out there more. Again, but it's no different than what other people in this community do that people don't call out. Like, we were outraged about Seth exposing Sebastian Rogers' essay history. We were outraged about it. You know who didn't play the interview? I didn't. You know who else didn't? Deets, Chasing. I don't remember if Granny did. I don't know if she did or not, but others did. And it's like, well, how can you be so outraged, but yet you're playing it again? Yeah, you're speaking out against it, but you're still playing it. So I get that too. It's kind of the same thing. Or like the picture of Katie with Faith. I'm so outraged that somebody took a picture and posted it of Katie and Faith, but let me use it as my thumbnail or show it on my live stream without anybody's faces blurred out. Yeah, you're just as guilty. And I agree with that. I agree with that too. But you could say, shortstop, that if it was done offline, it could have been the same kind of thing. Like, if Granny would have called that tip line offline, right, and been told all that information, Granny would have privately went and let TBI and them know, hey, this is what's going on with this tip line. But it just so happened she did it while she was live. And I mean, mistakes are made. Mistakes are made. I think the intentions were good. And I think that does matter too. It absolutely matters. The one tone, it's the tip line that Tony made. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Megan. Like it would be different. People wouldn't be tripping if it was done in private, but it was a decision made on the spot, on live, you know? It wasn't something thought through. And is that her mistake? She owned it. She said, maybe she should have did things a little differently. Absolutely. Voice's intentions were to just pick at Granny. Voices ain't mad about Granny playing that call. Because if she was, she wouldn't have played it 3 more times, period. Yes, the Tony Mathis tip line. You remember when they set that up? That's what she called. She wanted to see if anybody answered. I think I've called it once and nobody answered, but they didn't call me back either. I didn't know I didn't do it live. It was when they had first dropped it. And I was like, what? Yeah, but didn't she play? She said that Ellie told her what portions were true and what portions weren't true. And she said she played the portions that the TBI told her were misinformation. Log off, boo boo. Sure. Whose community post is it? Well, I've actually only gotten like 2 emails, 2 or 3. No, I've gotten two about Granny. And it's links all to Angela's clips and giggles. And it's all old shit. I don't give a fuck. Granny has, in my opinion, well, to me, she's always been gracious to me. I agree, Joe Madre. TikTok Tony's gossip line. Oh, I didn't know. I see you, Miss Leah. Yeah. Oh, I don't know if Laura said her problem was that she feels like Granny's a liar. And I think I heard her say something. Who you talking about, May May? Hold on. How is it good intentions to call just to see if Michaela is that the reason they were calling? Because I thought she said she was calling to see if it was still active. 43 lives. Oh. So you don't think that they told her, uh, you don't think they distinguished between the two? TP? Check Discord. Hold on. Lord have mercy, Laura. I was just going off what she said in her live a little bit ago because I finally got caught up with everything. So I know Britney J and Granny's watching Made Up today. Not Made Up, but called a truce. Okay. And then Voices was upset with Granny yesterday and then tried to take it to Queen's panel. And then I think she was talking about it again today, and Granny jumped up there and schooled the fuck out of her. Uh, or that might have all been yesterday too. That's what I'm saying. This fucking drama train is going choo choo all around the board. Like I'm struggling keeping up. She called to see if it was still active. So see, that's what I'm saying. Everybody sees things differently. So did she call to see if it was active or did she call to see if Michaela answered? That's what I heard too. Yeah, you know what? The one good thing that came out of it, everybody can be mad at Granny for playing the call live. I mean, I get everybody's different. You're going to find some things acceptable and others not acceptable. But the one good thing that came out of it is now that they know about that tip line. Is she? I didn't see her ask for the link, but chat's flying. Well, it's not flying. It's just because I'm on my phone. So I have like 1, 2, 3. I can see 6 chats at a time. Okay. Okay, May. I get what you're saying. They might have already known about it, but I think she said they told her that they didn't know. Maybe they knew about it, but didn't know the gossip that was coming out of it. Because anybody that calls a tip line should not leave the tip line with all kinds of gossip. That's not how things work. I don't think she's in here now, Pretty Eye. I mean, she said since I wanted to ignore her. No, it's just another hill to die on twist. Bitch, you stand for nothing, voices. Fuck out of here. Yeah, but I wonder if something can be done about it now yet. See, now that it's happened, I kind of want to know what's happening afterwards. Like, did they shut it down? Did they tell them they're not allowed to do this anymore? I'm going to show y'all. It's so hot, though, tattoos. It's so hot. She's tripping. I agree, Gentrex. I love your name. TP, I was trying to keep up and then back on it. Did you hear why she said she put it behind the paywall and that it was a terrible idea, TP? The little bit that I caught, I felt like that too, but I get we're not all going to feel the same. We're not all going to think the same about it. But I'm just saying, like, people, if y'all going to bitch about, that, keep the energy across the board. Bitch about when other people do it with other situations. Because it happens a lot over here. Oh, Lord. Yep, I do perfectly. Oh, I'm so glad, shortstop. She is lying on Chronicles in present time. I talked about that earlier too. I haven't had a chance to watch Chronicles because I think they said Chronicles put out a debunking video or something about it. I haven't had a chance to watch it yet. But without watching it, my first thought is because she has so many coming after her, I wonder if it was just like a defensive tactic. Like maybe Granny seen Chronicles in that chat at some point and just linked it together and was like, oh, but you participate in this chat where they talk about this, this, and this. I don't know. I don't know. Oof, that sucks. Put my lipstick on. Ugh. I don't know. I think she just took herself, she broke up with him again. What? The tip line website has a link to JLR video? Well, putting it behind the paywall is the same thing as putting it to members only. That is the same thing, Bobby. Oh, you think she lies a lot too? Oh, absolutely, Queen Bella. We all can do things that in the moment might not be the best way to handle things, but none of us are perfect. I mean, look at how me and Queen handled shit. Like, and furthermore, stop talking about I've been snaked too. Bro, you don't even know the behind the scenes shit that I have found out since we split. So I found out there was a lot of people playing between me and Queen, and it absolutely amplified it. And instead of saying, like, hey, pay attention, I just went off the fucking rails. I learned my lesson. Shit. It ain't worth all that. Oh, hell no. They call me out sometimes, Genevieve. If I do something like, I think it was Maniacs in here. Yeah, it was. It was Maniacs. She was upset I had Sebastian tagged on one of my streams. And I get it. So she was mad for a little bit. But she came back later. Oh, now is putting it on members easier than putting it on private? Um, Man, I don't know. She said she was riding down the road. She didn't have no service. But right now, sitting here, sitting still, if I was to do a video over to members or private, it would be easier for me to private it. But that's just me sitting here. There's no telling what she had going on her phone in the moment. Watch what, Evil Queen? Oh, I know. I heard today. Oh, I'm so behind in chat, y'all. I'm so sorry. And you know what? But see, that's what I'm saying. Even though I don't feel that way, I can't take that away from TPE or Chronicles of the Shady. If Chronicles of the Shady wasn't in that chat when that was said, I'm glad that she put out the proof that no, ma'am, you're wrong. I was not in that chat. Because nobody likes anything being put on them that they didn't do, and everybody has a right to stand up for themselves and correct it. Yeah, I don't feel that way. Yeah, I don't think it's worth canceling her. I mean, people on our side of the street does the same type of shit all the time. Replay things that they're outraged over, replay or re-show things that they're outraged over. And it's like, bro, but you're putting it out there again too. But because it's something to talk about, they'll do it, you know? I was floored about Sebastian's essay statement that Seth said, but I didn't cover it. I damn sure didn't, because covering it would have meant playing the interview, which would have put it out there for even more ears to hear. No, no, thank you. But it does feel like we're being waterboarded with Granny. And it's like, listen, I like the bitch, but I don't like her that much. I don't want to be waterboarded and killed and suffocated with her. No offense, Granny. Like, focus on the current things. If you got a problem or you see issues now, like Chronicles of the Shady and TPE do, then focus on those things. But don't come to me about things 2, 3 years ago, because since I've been here and since I've been watching Granny, which was when I was still good with Queen and Voices over on the Hive, like, I feel like I have seen growth, and I haven't heard those kind of things come out of her mouth. I've heard shit about drama and, situations that she's talked shit about, but if I'm not mistaken, Maymay, Laura said that she didn't like that Brittany, Granny, and Queen was all up there and neither one of them really fuck with each other. She felt like it was fake. Or I don't know. It was weird. It was like, why does it bother people so much? Because I feel like that was also Voice's problem. Why does it bother y'all that Granny's going on Queens? It don't bother me. Why does it bother y'all? You know? I know it's like that damn Britney meme. Leave Granny alone. Oh. No, I haven't. I heard it's a good read though. I'm on my phone, so. So what do you got to go watch? Oh man, what are you wanting to see? Because it's all happened all over the place. So Granny was live and did the phone call thing, the tip line thing, right? Then she Voices, I think, was talking to Queen and them about it, and Granny came up there and they all had a conversation about it. And then after that conversation, Voices went on her panel and lost her shit about Granny playing some of that phone call, and then went back over to Queens. Girl, it's a mess. It's a mess. It's a whole mess. Why does anybody feel like they should sit anywhere on a panel, though? That's weird, May May. Well, yeah, I don't think they're friends. Well, I watched the video one of her haters was playing the other day, and she said that Granny said she was trying to make up a rap song. And that's not at all what Granny said. Granny said the reason she said, and I'm going to say it, y'all don't cancel me. I just want y'all to understand. The reason she said Blackie is because she was trying to get something to rhyme with haughty. And that's the way I took it when I listened to it. Was it the right word? No, girlfriend. But in the moment, you know, she fucked up. Some of the things she's typed to people, she has fucked up on. But she's not doing those things today, which to me, in my opinion, shows growth. All that was today and yesterday, Spitfire. Today and yesterday. So then today, Voices was on Queen's talking about it again, and Granny went up there and confronted her. And Voices rage quit. And then Voices went live again today and had Laura on the panel. Laura was trying to find out what was going on, but it seemed a little hate bondish. But Laura was trying to see what was going on, and Voices said something about Granny being up in her spot on that panel, and I was like, that's exactly what it is. It ain't about Sebastian. It ain't about that tip line. It's about the fact that she's been so welcomed over there. Oh, Lord. Voices said that? Ooh. Yeah, they do base it, Brooke. And that's the whole reason I was in that, like, listening to that woman, because she was playing old videos and showing screenshots of things that Granny has said to, I guess, Angela. And that's why I asked the question I asked, which was, it was something along the lines, okay, but is she doing this stuff recently too? And they said no. And before I could get into it, I got busy with something else, but I was going to bring it to their attention. So if she's not still doing this, why are we upset? And why are we still going over it 2 years later? And I think TPE is saying the reason they're still going over it 2 years later is because they were upset that she was going against, speaking out against what Clue said, and they felt like she hasn't taken accountability for the things that she has said. It doesn't. It doesn't. No, it doesn't. Or smoke a J. Speaking of, no, they don't rhyme. I think it was the E part. The E. Hot T, and then black E. And Tia, I'm glad y'all got to talk, because I took your stance on it a little differently than I took Voices. The first major thing I gave Voices grace on is when Granny, when I was still with Queen, Granny came over to Queen's channel and was like, I'm so sick of hearing everybody say that Voices has changed. She has not changed, because as soon as you shut your panel down, Queen Bee, she's off in another part of the community running her fucking mouth, being nasty as fuck. She's playing two different people, right? And I was like, so what the fuck is going on with this? So then I got off panel and I went and listened to Kenny for a minute. Hold on, y'all. So anyways, I jumped down off the panel and I went over to Granny's because she was live about it. And I was listening in to Granny, and I was even in Granny's chat. Granny can tell y'all this today. I was in Granny's chat like, but has she continued this behavior, Granny? Has she continued doing that? I haven't seen this and that from voices since I've been here. Okay. So Granny was having a conversation with me about it. And then voices jumped up on her panel and they started going at it. And Granny brought up how voices had made a very vulgar statement pertaining to Granny and her child. And I'm in the chat standing up for voices like, okay, but give her a chance to apologize. Let her, let her be the bigger person here. And voices drops that same thing about Granny and her child right there to Granny and then jumps off the panel. So then she goes back over to Queens and I go over to Queens. I was like, that is fucked up. Like what you just did is so fucked up. But I gave that grace. I gave that grace. Fuck that. I'm not giving that woman grace no more. Listen, a lot of all of us have made vile statements. I've never made vile statements to the extent that, some of these other women on here have. But it's because I try not to go that low. But I was over there standing up for her. And then she went on panel and said it again to Granny and then jumped off. And then went over to Queens and tried to say that she didn't. And me and Cappy were like, yes, the fuck you did. We was just there watching. Why would you do that? We're over here saying give her a chance. Let her show you she's changed. And then you go over there and do that? Oh my gosh, this was like a year and a half ago. This is when I first started watching Granny. And that's why I first started watching Granny. But it was like, why would you do that when you got all of us over here at the Hive having your back, standing up for you, and then you go on there to have a conversation with her, you lose your shit and you say the same thing to her again that she said you said. It was just crazy. I don't pretend to know Tia and Voice's friendship. That's between them. I know she tried that shit about our little private StreamYard when I had my meltdown. Bitch, you didn't record shit. No, but she took notes. She took notes. Well, then lay it out. Where's the notes? Because the stuff you told Queen is not what was said. So are your notes wrong or are you just lying, ho? She wants to wear Queen's skin so bad it's so weird. You knew you heard what? Yeah, she does. And then she talks about kids. No, the fuck she did not. No, Clue. Nope. No, she did not. She let Laura up there to talk some shit. She said she done lost her friends. Mm. All right, rapper. Fuck off. She does, and I was very shocked. Like, I understand when me and Queen broke up. I understand emotions were high, tensions were high, shit was flying everywhere. Didn't know what was true, what wasn't true. Like, I understand that, but I was so thoroughly shocked to see her let voices right back in. And I think it's because voices will say the things that Queen won't say. But I also think that was the decision to let her back in the moment based off of emotions. Yeah, well, me, Nunya, that girl, Sweet Tea, and Boston were all in that same StreamYard, and we all knew that what she was telling Queen was not what happened. Oh no, no. I was saying, I was reading your comment, Tattoos, and I was saying, well, maybe you know their friendship better because maybe you have history with it, but I don't know their friendship, so I don't know if Tia coddles voices or not. Copa, I'm glad to see you. Who's a hypocrite? Not me. I mean, we're all hypocrites at one point or another, but who you talking about? So you're saying you seen the clip of Chronicles in that chat. I thought Chronicles supposedly put out a video showing that she wasn't in that chat. Oh, Lord. Well, Basic Brooke, I actually think Queen's doing all right with her views and stuff. I mean, she's doing pretty good. Yeah, it takes a stronger person to not need to be in the cool kids group. We all go through phases where we feel like we want to belong, and you feel like you're kind of left out sometimes. It takes a strong person to not need that, and I don't think that's voices. Good Nunya has been dealing with real life. She's good though. I talked to her earlier a little bit. No, there's another Nunya out here though. So it might be that Nunya that you see, Tori. Copa said, I won't even mention the sleaze steak title after the child was dug up on. But go off, shady person. Have fun. You talking about um Granny's daughter was dug up on? Why do these folks feel the need to do that? I love me some Copa too. It did look like she was in the chat. So that's what I'm saying. If she feels like she wasn't there. Okay, so she was either there or she wasn't there. I'm so fucking confused. Yeah. Oh Lord. I didn't ignore her. She was in the chat, but okay, Kate the Great coming in. All right. She was in the chat, but she didn't deny that part. But I thought that's what Granny accused Chronicles of being in a chat where her daughter was being talked about in the way that they were talking about her. Right, May May? Oh, well, if she was in the chat, okay, so Chronicles was not in the chat, the original chat, right? But Chronicles was in the chat of the people reviewing the original stream. And so while reviewing the original stream, they're still playing the things that were said on that original stream. So that means, yes, you were still in the chat while people were speaking on her daughter. Oh, I'm so behind. Yeah, I do need to watch the Chronicles video. That's why I was trying not to really speak on that so much, because I just haven't seen all the videos yet. Okay, so the lie was her daughter wasn't being talked to or talked about that way. So the things Granny was saying, they were saying, you're saying isn't true. But were they still being nasty about her daughter? I don't know these people. They were reviewing Granny. Don't put things on me that are not true. I have video proof. What the fuck? That's what I was saying. Like, you say that you weren't, and people are saying you were. If you're in the chat, okay. Even if you don't know the people, right? So I get this part, Chronicles. If you're in the chat of someone who's reviewing a stream that is talking about her daughter, then yeah, you kind of are still in there. But if what TPE is saying is true, which is, but those things that Granny was saying that was said about her daughter was not said about her daughter, that matters. Because that means you were just in a random chat listening to a review stream. So, yeah, I will. I will, Chronicles. I will. So the daughter was being talked about, but not talked about with the specific thing that Granny said she was being talked about. Thank you, Grandma. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just getting turned around, spinned upside down. Yeah, I know that's a good question though. Perfectly. That's what I said a minute ago. Why do we feel the need to go for people's kids and their husbands and their jobs? It's just I don't get it. Okay, Granny was talking about her daughter, not them. But they were reviewing Granny's stream. Got it. Still blocked by Shady. What'd you do to Shady? Auntie Boo Boo, say it ain't so. Hey, Reese Cup. I'm not avoiding watching it, girl. I'm on my phone. I cannot share the screen when you're on the phone. I'm on StreamYard, but I'm on StreamYard on my phone. I'm not at my PC. I'm in my bedroom. So I can't bring it up. Oh, okay. Bro, you be losing your shit way too easily. The video is there. I will go watch it when I'm done. I cannot pull it up because I'm on StreamYard on my phone. Anybody who has a phone and does StreamYard on their phone, you know you cannot share a screen. I cannot share anything. Oh, Lord. Okay. Okay. Don't lose your tits, Chronicles. I'm about to go to my PC. Lord have mercy. Let's go see. Damn. Now I got to cut the PC on. Y'all gonna have to be patient with me for a second. Let me grab my cigarettes. Apollo, stop. Okay. All right, give me a second. Give me a second. Don't lose your tits. Keep them in. Keep them in. I got my PC cutting on. I gotta go get my headset. Oh shit. Gotta go get my headset. My kid stole it. Lord. All right, I got my headset. My headset. Oh shit. All right. Lord. Let me cut my hotspot on. We about to do the damn thing. Y'all calm down. Calm down. It's all right. Hakuna Matata. Okay. It's cutting on. Shady probably already left. Okay, let me close these extra windows. Close. Close. Okay. StreamYard. All right now. All right now. Okay. Let's see. All right. I'll be right back. All right. All right. All right. Okay. 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 Let's see. Why is my headset not pulling through? Hold on. Okay, I got it. So let me pull up YouTube. Chronicles of the Shady. right, let's see. Here we go. Chronicles of the Shady. All right, let's see. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Y'all ready? Here we go. Let me take the comment down. All right, here we go. No. Oh, hold on. Is this supposed to have sound? I don't hear anything. Okay. The Chronicle. A new account. Who does? Oh, I can't stand them. The moment I was cool with Queen Bee again, they started their shit. They've clipped my words in a manipulative way, and I saw through a clip that they sat in a chat when a chatter and the channel host said my daughter was likely being gangbanged by adult men while I'm live. Yeah, she's much better than me, okay? As far as the Queen Bee comment, that is a lie and doesn't need to be explained further. I agree. I saw through a clip that they sat in a chat when a chatter and the channel host said my daughter was likely being gangbanged. She is talking about me. Okay, so she's talking about Chronicles. All right. Here's the original live and what really happened. Oh, this, that was fast. Here is the original live and what really happened. This channel was reviewing Granny's watching live. The live chat is playing. Okay.
Her in the cat behind, like, fuck it. Right.
But she really wasn't at the hotel. So
I know that. I know, but I'm just saying.
In her lies, she did leave everybody behind.
Right.
I'm going to rewind a few seconds.
My daughter was given an opportunity to go to Florida with a family friend. So I sent her down there, right? My dumbass says she swindled her way into going. So right away they're like, oh, her daughter's a criminal like her. Like
Who
grandfather,
said that,
like daughter, like daughter.
I never heard that.
I've never heard that either. I'm not saying that that's a lie.
So this is Dee Dee.
By the way, I'm just saying
and the car.
Never saw anything like that.
Yeah. And if we're so obsessed, why didn't we hear it? Just saying.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be easy for her to show proof of some of this stuff.
She should, because like I said, who knows? Some jackass might have said that, but I don't recall anybody ever saying that.
I don't recall anybody ever saying anything about that.
That my daughter, my 16-year-old daughter, was going in and out of hotel rooms with men, with college men, being gangbanged.
Okay, Grandma.
This is what Britney sits with and then screams that she's a victim of mine.
I don't know of anybody that said that. I'm not saying it didn't happen.
Pass around photos of my daughter in her bathing suit.
Well, again, we don't even have to talk about the people that Jessica sits with. We could just talk about what Jessica herself has said. And I've got a whole long list of shit that she has said about my minor child.
Yeah, who said that? Everybody's asking who said that.
Okay. So, okay. Let me just let it keep playing and then I'll give my opinion.
Family friend.
Yeah, did y'all see y'all's
the fundraiser
new...
for Not Disneyland?
Yeah, y'all just y'all see your new emojis? I put a couple of new ones in there. YouTube is asshole, not that. Okay. So you're saying pay attention to YouTube as asshole?
Counts. I'm going to play this. And I can tell you that the money that was spent on Layla Santinello, my time that was spent on Layla Santinello, was worth every minute.
Oh, look, Voices. So Voices said it, Angela. Again.
So it was Voices that said it. Okay, this is a lot of miscommunication.
Then why isn't she taking the Voices? Apparently, it said a lot of shit, right? So that's who she needs to take her shit out on, right? Instead of quote unquote they. Because I'm going to tell you something right now. I've got a mouth on me, okay? But you will never find a screenshot where I have said anything disparaging about Jessica's children. And she can't say the same about mine.
No, she can't. She has said some very disgusting things about your daughter.
Yeah. So if she, whatever, it's just crazy to me that she had a prime opportunity to confront Voices.
And here I laugh because Granny's fake ass was just on a panel with Voices. I laughed at the fake hypocrisy of Granny's watching, but her friend paused my laugh emoji in a different spot. Dirty.
And you can back that up too. That's not just saying it like she says. You can actually back up what she said about your daughter.
Yeah.
But to be fair, I thought that when I seen Chronicles of the Shady laughing in the chat, I thought she was laughing at Lisa saying, "Oh, Jesus, I should have known." I didn't know what Chronicles was laughing at, but I thought it was something completely different. So is it possible Granny could have thought that she was laughing at what they were playing that Granny was saying?
Right.
Maybe she was while you were. Yeah.
What? She literally, in the clip that's out.
And I wasn't watching chat the entire time. I do other things while listening and comment. I do too. If y'all tell me, hey, if I come in and say, hey, what's up? And y'all tell me, hey, and I don't say, hey, back, don't think it's nothing against you. I've done set my phone down and continued on with what I was doing. I just like creators to know that I'm in there and I'm supporting them. If you people have time to sit and stare at chats, I feel bad for you. So don't hold me responsible for others. No one was talking about what you claimed while I was listening. Dirty liar.
As explained today, she said they were $800 away from their goal that was donated to them for a $6,000 camera or $4,000 camera. And then turned around and asked for $300 more to go to her.
Again, we don't even have to talk about the people that Jessica sits with. We could just talk about what.
Oh my God. Oh wow.
Jessica herself has said. And I've got a whole long list of shit that she has said about my minor child.
Has she ever apologized to that woman for saying that? It was never Voices that said it. No, that's what somebody in the chat said. That Voices said it. Okay. That's what matters to me. And Lindsay accepted it. Is Lindsay the car? Okay. Got it. And see, I haven't heard her say things like that again. So hopefully that was a learning lesson for her. Voices did say it, but blamed someone else, saying she was just repeating it, of course. This is old history, Lacey. Okay, DeLorean is Lindsay. Okay. Self-aware said, appreciate you. Yeah, this is shit she did in the past perfectly. But she just said the other day in this comment here, let me go back to it. Right here. It was in somebody's comment section. I don't know whose. Maybe Granny's comment. She said,
that Chronicles of the Shady sat in a chat when a chatter and the channel host said my daughter was likely being gangbanged by adult men while I'm live. Yes. Okay. So, but according to this, that's not what happened. It seems like, though, that it would be very easily miscommunicated. Absolutely. All she would have had to do is click in and hear them playing her talking about her daughter and then see Shady's laughy faces. It don't matter when they came in. She could have just seen Shady's laughy faces and said, "Oh, that's real nice." You see what I'm saying? So, Lord have mercy. That's a mess. It's an old panel of Lindsay's. Yes. The only thing that's new is this comment from Granny. And then Chronicles went to the chat that Granny was talking about and screen recorded to show that she was not in a chat where they were talking about her daughter. She was in the chat where they were playing her stream, Granny's stream, where she herself was talking about her daughter. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it could have been that if this is what she was saying, that I'm telling you, it just seems like a bunch of messed up words and some confusion going on. It seems like, to me, in my opinion, from an outsider's view after watching the video, it seems like Granny could have clicked in there, heard them playing her live, seen Chronicles of the Shady laughing in the chat, and just was like over it, you know? Oh, yeah, no, it's not my beef. I still like Chronicles and I still like Granny. Oh, wow. Granny's watching and PJ, BJ have called a truce about kid comments. Good, I hope so. No, I agree. She shouldn't have said anything about someone's kids. If are you talking about what I just showed on this TPE about the Vagisil or whatever? Oh, no, you're talking about something else. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Uh-uh. Oh, she was butthurt over something? Ain't no telling. Ooh, I've heard of McCamey Maynard. No, thank you. No, 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 no. No, thank you. I was just like, this wasn't even about Chronicles and Granny. This was about voices being mad at Granny and Granny and Britney making a truce. That's what this live initially was about. Oh, y'all are crazy. No, Pristine. No. I've heard of it. NorCal used to tell me about it. Well, I think it would be. Can you not give the benefit of the doubt to people and think that, okay, well, maybe things were worded wrong, or maybe things looked bad, and maybe people didn't take the time to figure it all out before they accuse? I don't know. It's so messy. Copa, you simp. They were an anti-McCamey Maynor group. Oh no. Well, while we're here, let's see what else is there. Who's live? JP's live. Britney J's live. I thought Laura was live. Oh, she already ended her live.
Hey, I don't even have an intro. That's how quick it's gonna be. Kind of like an upload. But I didn't feel like editing and stuff. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just hit the live button, say what I gotta say, and then we'll move it on. So thank you, Crystal, for being here. But like I said, this will be like more like an upload. But I was listening, I was about to make candles, and I'm listening to Jones in, and all of a sudden my name comes up. Not even sure why my name came up. But she said
Well, your name came up because you went on Voices panel and somebody said that in chat.
a couple of things that really need to be straightened out ASAP. All right.
Hey, y'all.
Some of the newbies in this community think that they have everything figured out. They have absolutely nothing figured out. They know absolutely nothing about how this shit works. They think they do, but they don't. Jonesin is one of them.
Oh,
So Jonesin,
girl, I don't pretend to know the past. I've said that this whole time.
with almost a condescending tone, starts off by saying the hate bond is real. Laura went up on Voices panel. Okay, let's back up.
I didn't say it like that. I said it kind of seemed a little hate bondish
For a second. Voices and I have known each other since 2021. Yeah, I think 2021. Well, I'm going to explain it, Chris. I think it was 2021. I have gone back and forth with Voices. Voices and I don't exactly, we're not besties by any means, stretch of the imagination. We're not friends. Voices is friends with one of my friends. Voices has never done anything so, egregious that I couldn't forgive her, and vice versa. That doesn't mean we're friends, because we're not. But we are in a community together. And we've been in a community together for a long time. I don't need to hate bond with anybody. And this is what frustrates the fuck out of me. I didn't jump on Voices panel today because I was hate bonding. I still don't like her any more today than I did yesterday. But because I don't watch her often, I don't watch GW, I don't watch Granny's Watching. Granny's Watching, and I don't watch Queen Bee. I don't know what the fuck happened yesterday. So when I'm...
But you say you don't watch any of them, but then you said that the problem you had, and you showed Queen's panel. I'm so confused.
Listening to subs tell me, check out Voices, listen to Voices. Okay, so I put on Voices, but I still don't have a fucking clue as to what happened. So because I was cleaning, instead of me, trying to type in chat and taking up my whole day in chat, I'm like, you know what? Let me jump on panel. I jumped on panel. I got my questions answered. Even Voices said, much easier to, speak one-on-one than it is to type in chat. When you share a community with somebody, that's how you handle things. I mean, I hate to say it, but that's how a real motherfucker handles things. Jump on panel, say what you got to say, move on. Half her chat doesn't like me, half my chat doesn't like her, but that's how shit's done.
Yeah, I've done it over and over and over.
That's how you get things accomplished without any of the bullshit, any of the back and forth. You got some questions, jump on a panel, be done with it. None of this petty baby little fucking bullshit that seems to go on in all these other chats. So that's the first thing I want to address. Joneson, there was absolutely no hate bonding. There's no hate bonding is real. Please ask me if you think there's hate bonding going on. Because again, I don't like Voices any more today than I did yesterday. Voices does.
Why would I ask you? You didn't ask me. Girl, stop. You have thrown shade at me and Deets over and over and over without messaging us. So why would I message you to ask you, why are you out here hate bonding with Voices? I don't too much give a fuck. It was just my opinion.
Doesn't like me any more today than she did yesterday. It's called mutual respect. And again, I know it's something that Generation Z YouTube don't understand. But that was the first thing I wanted to address. Second thing that happened was then she says, she's talking about the Voices Queen Bee stuff. I don't watch Queen Bee. I don't know what the fuck is going on with Queen Bee. I have no idea. But I hear it from people. So I mean, I knew what was going on today. So then Joneson turns around and says that me and Voices are jealous of Granny's watching on Queen Bee's panel or some shit. What? I was like, wow, this went to a whole new level. Okay. I'm going to say again what I said the first time. If you don't know what you're talking about, keep my motherfucking name out of your mouth. I am not part of your little clique. I don't want to be part of your little fucking cliques. Half you guys don't have a fucking clue what you're doing. And you all.
Yeah, I was muted. Girl, cut the shit. You have thrown daggers at me and Deets. You've talked shit about me and Deets. And we have still been cool. I have still been super like calm and less reactive to you. But you're doing too much right here. You're doing too much. You don't want this smoke. You don't want it. It's not worth it. We don't need to go to war again just because I said I felt like there was a little bit of jealousy there and there was a little bit of hate bonding. Bro, if you're that bent out of shape after the way you made us look about Britney J, you didn't even watch the whole fucking stream, but yet you went live talking shit about me and Deets attacking Britney J when that did not happen. Did not happen. But because you seen a tiny piece of the stream, you decided to strike your live up and say, why is everybody ganging up on Britney J? I'm disappointed in Jones and I'm disappointed in Deets. Girl, stop. You had no idea. And I was going to respond to you and I chose not to because it wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth that time. It wasn't worth that energy. But you're doing too much right now.
All share the same subs. You're not going to grow. You're going to stay at the exact same fucking place you are. That's how this place works. I don't want to be there. I don't want to stay in sharing the same subs with the same fucking people in the same chats. That's not what I'm about. I'd rather have my 100 people and my occasional new sub here and there. I would 10 times rather have that than what you guys are doing. There's absolutely zero fucking jealousy. What I am aggravated with about GW is she's a fucking liar. And she's lied to me. And
I said you said that though. Where's the problem?
Lied to her audience. And she's lied about cancer. And she's lied about a lot of things.
Thank you.
Recently. I'm not talking a long time ago. I absolutely agree with the fact that don't bring past stuff. You know, people come after me for shit from 4 years ago. I get that. I am not downing that at all. But I'm talking recent shit. Chronicles of the Shady is talking recent shit. Wendy V talking recent shit. Nobody cares about your petty little bullshit.
I haven't watched Wendy
It's
V
obvious,
lately.
Jones, that you want to get back in good graces with Queen Bee.
What?
It's obvious. You say you don't, but it's fucking obvious that you do. And that's fine.
Why does everything come back to Queen Bee? I don't want what? I'm so mind fucked right now. Like, what? Come on, man. I am good right here. I'm good. I guess so, perfectly. Why does this equate to Queen Bee? I'm so confused. I know, right? Meanwhile, Queen is like, y'all driving me nuts. I have my own kids I'm raising. Abso-fucking-lutely. This don't even make sense. It's a way to poke at you. It is. Like, I wasn't trying to poke at her. Lord. How the fuck? I'm so okay. You're just mad. You're just mad because I said I sensed some jealousy and a little bit of hate bonding. Okay, I get it. You're just angry.
Be my guest, but don't drag my name into this bullshit. And don't drag my name into things that you know nothing about.
Girl, we were talking about you being on Voices panel. That's what I knew about, and that's what I was talking about. Here, you know what? Fuck this. Let's go to this Hag's channel. Oh, she put that live back up. Anyways.
Hi. You're muted.
All right.
All right. So, am I what? Now you're remuted again. I did hear you. There, I hear you now.
Listen, Stacy. I try not to be spicy, Johnson. It's maybe Laura does. I don't know. But that's what I'm saying. The yes, Hagsville, yes, AMAC. The way, and I'll see if I can pull it up. The way Laura said what she didn't like was all about Granny and Britney being on Queen Bee's. So why does everything keep coming back to Queen Bee? Jesus.
Well, where'd you go?
All right.
Okay, can you hear me now?
My audio.
Okay, we're gonna suffer through this.
Well, it should be working.
I can hear you. We can hear you. Hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
All right, good.
There's an echo.
I was switching from my phone to my computer, and it was just
it's fine. It's fine. So yesterday, it was brought to our attention. Chronicles of the Shadies video is essentially the best brief summary of it. It was brought to our attention yesterday, Granny. Like, we'd heard about this call that she did to the tip line.
Okay.
Right. And I, at the time when she came up there and was telling us about it, I had no idea that it was used for content. And then it got put behind a fucking paywall.
Okay, you know, Jay is for Justice got her on that tip line thing, right?
And that is
okay. Okay. Hey, babe. Oh shit! You scared me. Don't come up behind me whispering. It was what the fuck? What? Oh, meatloaf is in the air fryer, and then the cornbread's on the counter. He scared me.
It's exactly what I said from the get-go. Is this reeks of fucking Jay, and Jay's trying to help Granny get to be a fucking 100,000 sub creator. I know what this is all about.
Okay, so they think that that's the reason for the tip line thing. Okay, or not they. Excuse me, Laura. Voices thinks that it's not about the tip line. And if it's still active, it's really just like to gain subs. Okay.
This is not fucking rocket science.
Yeah, but that's not why Jay's doing it. Jay, if you look at all Jay's numbers before this, and I asked someone at first, I was like, are Jay's numbers down that she's hanging out with these people? And someone said, yeah, go look at her numbers. She only has like 1.6 thousand, 2,000. She had very low numbers on many videos. And
Right,
then
all of
Why is everybody watching other people's? Well, I guess it is a competition to some people. Like if this is your livelihood, I get that you're gonna watch other people's numbers, but that ain't for me. I just don't fuck with Jay. That's okay. I like certain things about Jay, but I think that she caused just as much drama in the Sebastian Rogers case as anyone else. So there's that.
the fucking stunt.
yeah. And then all of a sudden, here comes Sebastian. Now she's teaming up with, Queen Bee and what's her name? And Granny and all this. I'm like, oh my God, these people have no idea who this bitch is.
And I'm not for it. I'm not with it. I'm not okay
You don't have to be.
with it. And now you're going to tell me that you go and self-insert and call a tip line, and then you record it. And then it's a 2-day event, like, right? It happens on one day, and then the next day, then she's going to play the call. And then when somebody then, according to
Okay, so it's a 2-day event. It happened the one day, and then she played it the next day. And that's how she was able to distinguish what she was willing to play and what she wasn't willing to play. Got it. Understood.
what she said on Queen Bee's last night, it was because somebody was, using it in a negative manner. So now this bitch thinks that she's so important enough that she's above negative criticism. So she put it on a $2.99 fucking paywall. Oh, and in the call, it's
Okay, and right here I'm going to stop because I don't know what's true and not true. I heard Granny say that the reason she put it behind the paywall is because she was on her way down to the shore. She seen someone reviewing it and using it in a negative light. So she just threw it behind the membership and kept it moving. And then later when she had time, she privated it.
the person from the tip line is giving her this flood of information. Have you ever heard of hang the fuck up?
Yeah, I don't understand that either.
I agree,
Why would
Meme.
some guy? Can you take us off the dinosaur screen?
Yeah, for real. What are we doing?
Yes,
I hate
sorry.
like that movie. Thanks.
What
I
was Voices doing with the dinosaurs? I'm so confused.
apologize. Hang on.
That's okay.
Like I said, I know that I have to be extremely cautious with what I'm doing right now. It's been some screenshots got sent to me that they're trying to cause a problem with me at the Hive so that Queen kicks me off and puts me back on my channel.
Oh, so some screenshots were sent to Voices, and the screenshots alluded to Granny working behind the scenes to get Voices kicked off with Queen. Okay.
So then they can strike me and strike me
Proof for it didn't happen.
and strike me and wipe me off. Like screenshots of all, like there's
What?
zero
Hold on,
to
that
what
didn't even
I'm
make
doing
sense.
right now. It's been some screenshots got sent to me that they're trying to cause a problem with me at the Hive so that Queen kicks me off and puts me back on my channel. So then they can strike me and strike me and strike me and wipe.
Why would Queen taking you off of her panel and putting you back on your channel give them a way to strike and strike and strike you? I don't understand. And furthermore, what kind of weak bitch is going to sit here and say, what?
And some screenshots got sent to me that they're trying to cause a problem with me at the Hive so that Queen kicks me off and puts me back on my channel.
Can't nobody put you back on your channel, bitch. You are a grown ass woman. Excuse me? Get a backbone, girl. Fuck. And that's not a dig at Queen. It's just like, the fuck? Like, come on, man. Come on. That don't, like, who said, she seems like a toddler that's getting reprimanded. I'm confused. Girl, you are a grown ass woman. It don't matter. Can't nobody take you. She can shut you off her panel, but she can't put you back on yours. Like, you do that, girl.
So then they can strike me and strike me and strike me and wipe me off. Like screenshots of all, like there's zero loyalty amongst bitches out here right now. So if I got to stand on my fucking own, I'll stand on my fucking own. I'm not.
Well, you said that last time. You already died on that autopsy hill. Why'd you come back? Because I left? That's exactly when you knew you could weasel your way in. You knew Queen would let you back up there to spew your vile shit. That's the only reason you were allowed back over there anyways.
Playing games with people. Right is right, wrong is wrong. There are rules out here for a reason. If we're going to call it out for Betty, we're going to call it out for Granny and her bullshit. Sorry, not sorry.
But they don't.
Oh my God, Pearl, yes.
Calling it out and other people calling it out.
Yes. Oh, that's so funny.
Betty, we're going to call it out for Granny and her bullshit. Sorry.
You don't call it out for Queen. You don't call, and I'm not, again, not trying to put more attention on Queen, but I'm just saying we've all fucked up. You don't call that out, but you want to call Granny out. Make it make sense. We all don't handle things the right way every single time. It's just not going to happen. But what she's saying is what Granny did is just as bad as what Betty did.
Not sorry.
Does. Better yet.
But they don't. I mean, you could see from Chronicles calling it out and other people calling it out. It's not making headway because, as I told Mo Mama, whatever her name is, there is a clique. And
that's fine. I don't have to be part of the whole clique.
Is she talking about who's got the clique? No, nobody calls it out evenly. Not even myself. Because when you like somebody, your views on what they do that other people might see it as wrong, you might be a little more lenient to it. You know what I'm saying? We're all guilty of that. Click, not click. Yeah, no, I don't have a click. Just doing me. I lied. Deets is my clique and Funya Nunya.
That's what I said. I don't think they're the cool clique. I think they're the low life clique, but that's just me. Or the hood rat clique.
I don't care. I don't need.
And we're the do-gooders, the good doers, the do-gooders.
To be part of it. If you're going to be okay with that and you're going to let her sit up there and lie to your face, I don't want to be part of it. She lied repetitively about me.
She lies about everything. I'm learning that, believe me. Everything, from the stupidest thing to the biggest thing. It makes no sense.
Yes. So I'm not going to do it. I'll sit over here on my own. Quality over quantity. If that means I have 12 people in my chat, hey.
Yeah, because you're better than the other people that you've been hanging out with. That makes a lot of sense. Like, I'd take offense to that. I'm sorry, but I would be like, excuse me, bitch. After all the foul shit you've said, you think you're miss me.
That's 12 more than could be in there. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit about this anymore. I'm not out. I don't get paid off of YouTube. I have another income source.
Yeah, but you want to know something? I do get paid off YouTube, and I still say the exact same thing. That I would rather have 100 people in my life that are there genuinely than 1,000 ass kissers that don't have a fucking clue. And that's what they have, not a clue.
Right is right, wrong is wrong. If Betty did this and put out a call and inserted herself into this, anybody else would be calling it out. Granny is mad.
The difference is if Betty put out a call inserting herself, Betty would not be saying this is misinformation. And you know that voices. Betty would have played it as if that was all truth. And at the end of it, she would have said, see what I'm saying? See what I mean about Chris Proudfoot? See what I mean about Katie? I told y'all he was sleeping in the garage. You know, like, come on, man.
Because I stood up, and if you go back and watch my live from last night, it was done with the utmost kindness and compassion.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am, it was not. Maybe Tia. You don't get to hide behind Tia, though. That's your friend, and she's trying to help you, but you don't get to hide behind her. Tia was being compassionate and respectful, in my opinion.
I was not Tia nor I. It was a fucking conversation. That bitch come in throwing elbows, backed me right back up into a fucking corner.
See, but
and when I come out raging, then she says, "See, voices hasn't changed."
What? Hold on. What did she just say? Sorry, I was reading chat.
Granny is mad because I stood up, and if you go back and watch my live from last night, it was done with the utmost kindness and compassion. I was not Tia nor I. It was a fucking conversation. That bitch come in throwing elbows, backed me right back up into a fucking corner.
See, but
and when I come
Oh, she's talking about Tia.
out raging, then she says, "See, voices hasn't changed."
Oh no, Granny on Queen's panel because she rage quit today. Voices did.
Call me a bitch, but if you don't know what somebody meant about backdoor info, you don't belong in true crime. I've heard that in Chronicle.
The convo between Granny watching and Britney about Queen Bee. What do you mean?
Laura,
you don't belong in you have no business trying to speak about true crime when you don't know what backdoor info is. I'm sorry, but I'm not trying to be a bitch, but you just don't. Like, how do you not know what she meant by that?
I said it. I had to explain it to her.
I know.
If you listen to it, she's like, "Oh, that's what it means." Like I'm fucking lying to her.
No, you were on point. I heard that on someone's.
What's up, baby? I forgot to tell you to bring drinks. I'm sorry. There's a Fanta.
Go drink this air. Hold on.
Give me your hand.
Is this filled with water?
No, there's a Fanta left.
Oh, I'm gonna.
There's a Fanta.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
I forgot.
Go live in the Sahara out here.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Let me kiss your hand.
Oh, something you could.
I'm sorry.
And you were definitely on point. And that's why I said go voices.
Laura, at any point in time, she could have said, "Oh, hey, you guys, I have this live out. Let me go private it." She had enough fucking self-service, and then she sat up there for a majority of the rest of the afternoon after gaslighting the fuck out of us in the day. And then when I fucking go digging, because like, forgive, don't forget, right? I can be an adult. I don't have to be a cunt all the time.
But you are.
Don't forget. Trust, but verify. So I trusted. So I was doing my other half of verifying. Oh, and then
the same way you verified that I was smoking blunts on my Halloween stream and then went and drove kids on a school bus. Did you verify, Granny, the same way you verified my shit voices? Because if so, there's our problem.
Find what I find. Get the fuck out of here. I typed in back chat. She typed that in back chat. I said, "God, that's an awful allegation. Please tell me you didn't put that out." She says, "No, I would never." In all capital letters. The lying bitch. She had every opportunity to say, "Yeah, it's on my live right now. I should probably go private it." She never said that to any of us on that panel. We were under the assumption from what she said that it was a call that hadn't been put out yet, that she had only talked about it. She fucking did it for content and then put it behind a paywall. Anybody else did shit like that, and their like heads would be rolling right now. But because I'm the one calling it out, she's now sitting where I usually sit. And
you heard that? You heard that?
Paywall. Anybody else did shit like that, and their like heads would be rolling right now. But because I'm the one calling it out, she's now sitting where I usually sit, and she's over there gaslighting the fuck out of all of them. You know.
If that ain't telling, I don't know what is.
What if you're dumb enough to buy it? Stay the fuck away from me.
That's the part I don't know what happened or don't understand. What does her being on QB's panel have to do with you being on QB's panel? Although, you know, I don't know why you and B Tim don't realize that you run that channel. Queen Bee would be nothing without either one of you. And I don't know why you guys don't see it.
Do you not think that maybe we do? And I still like doing something for someone else.
That's right. I do remember this. Who was it that said it in chat? May? I do remember her saying this. Yep, she did. She said, "We know we run the channel, but sometimes I like doing nice things for people. Like I have a nice bone in my fucking body.
Social outlet. You don't know what's going on in my personal life, right? So when I sit over there, I'm doing it for, that's me and my time, because the rest of my time is dedicated to we're selling the house, we're cleaning the house out. I just moved my grandmother 86 miles south. She's 3 blocks from me now.
Oh,
I've got
poor
all
grandma. Poor grandma. You moved her closer to you? Oh, God.
of other stuff going on.
She's going to whoop your ass again.
So when I'm on YouTube, that's my time for me, not for anybody else. Like, that's what and QB would do fine without me. I don't believe. I think it would be just fine without me. I'm not that important. I do not believe that highly of myself.
No, I said you and be.
Oh, I agree. Like, I've said the same thing. Like, when was it? It was the Chris and Katie when they got on panel. I was like, thank God Voices was there. That's the only time you will ever hear me say thank God for Voices.
Them together.
Oh,
Good night, Megan.
And anybody can do that. Like, anybody could sit up there and do what the two of us do. I like hanging out with those people. I genuinely like the conversation.
Hey,
I
AT.
like the thought process. If I didn't enjoy it, I wouldn't do it.
Okay. But okay, so that goes back to my original point. What does Granny's watching being up there have to do with you being up there?
Apparently, she thinks that I don't know. This is something that's all like I don't know. Everybody's mad because I won't fight with it. Like, I'm not fighting with her. It's not my fucking fight. I haven't been in these other chats with all these other people. I've been fucking off YouTube. Like, selling
Y'all
a fucking
are crazy.
house. There's a lot of stuff that comes with selling a house.
Girl, you have not been off YouTube. You are on every panel you can get your little chunk of dunk ass on.
But so QB won't let you on panel?
No, there's nothing like that. I chose to do this over here.
Okay. But that's kind of what I was asking. So it's not like you can't be over there now. You just choose not to be.
I'm not going to go and support where Granny is openly being ass kissed and babied. I'm just not.
Ooh, Queen, you ass kissing and baby and Granny. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
I don't want that. That's not what my life. Like, and if she's going to sit up there and lie, especially after what transpired up there last night. My life.
I don't know what happened.
Well,
I heard her say it was on private on Queens today. Hold on, unless you're talking about Voices. I heard her tell Voices that she put it on members only because she was on her way down to the shore. Service was shitty. Somebody was using it in a negative way. So she threw it on members only when she had a chance, when she got service. Then when she got settled where she was, she put it on private. That's what I heard today.
So again, the whole trust but verify process, right? And I'm watching it and I get to a certain part and then it gets put behind a fucking paywall. And I'm not going to pay $2.99. I'm sorry, right now, $2.99 is not an option in my world. I'm running 2 fucking air conditioners in 110-degree heat right now. $2.99.
What got put behind a paywall?
The live that she did that morning about the call. Like, she come into Queens promoting it during the day, letting it get views on it, and then fucking puts it behind a paywall and says the excuse for putting it behind the paywall. Here, let's look at this. Yeah, hang on.
That's what I'm saying. I'm cool. Like, I have no idea what transpired last night.
Okay. So Laura's trying to figure out what's going on. But again, she mentioned herself a minute ago about the cliques or, the cool kids or whatever, and how she doesn't want to be a part of that. It still lends to kind of like, you might have jumped up here wanting to know what was going on, but it does still kind of seem hate bondish because she's going off on Granny. And you, Laura, have been going off on Granny. So it's like, I mean, it makes sense why you would jump up there, but it just is what it is.
Okay, so hang on a second. We got a great summation video right here.
Uh-huh.
I am. I'm going right to Chronicles 2 videos. He put out loud. You allowed this and misinformation to be put out and put out behind a hot goddamn paywall.
It wasn't behind it wasn't behind a paywall, Day. It wasn't behind the paywall until I was driving myself down the shore and there was a person trying to use it for negativity. And I'll be honest with you, I actually meant to put it up on a higher one, knowing they wouldn't pay it. That's what I meant to do.
So obviously, Chronicles of the Shady does not believe what Granny's saying right here.
Because I couldn't get the internet to operate correctly to get it as quickly as I needed to, voices. And I didn't put out misinformation. I tried to debunk misinformation. I'm sorry I don't do things the way you feel I should all the time.
You're put behind a paywall. So the section that I got to see, section I got to see was of that.
You're right. I'll tell you, paywall was a bad choice. It absolutely was. I was trying to be quick and just get it really quick to stop the person midstream. I'm going to be called a liar anyway, because I'm called a liar on everything. But I was driving down the shore where service is terrible, and I was honestly panicking. So when it finally popped up that I could go like doot doot, I did doot doot. It wasn't the right choice. It wasn't the right choice. It did make it look horrible.
Still allowed disinformation to be put out there, to be paid for in this case. That is wrong. It wouldn't matter if it was you. It wouldn't matter if it was nonsense. It wouldn't matter who it was. I would have stood on the same fucking thing.
No, ma'am. No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. What about the essay interview from Seth? It was played all over on this side.
The paywall part is fair.
I didn't hear you saying nothing about restreaming that shit.
But the mis and disinformation was to debunk the mis and disinformation, was to show where it's originating from. My intention was, I didn't come out here like, oh, guess what I heard, No, it was played the way it was played, because you hear the woman say it, and then she says he had no access to the internet. Well, then how's that true, ma'am?
Okay.
Okay, so that was part of what transpired last night after I did a live on my channel. I was over hanging out with the Hive, and then the next thing I know, here she comes in. What did I lie to you about? Okay, so here we have the other video.
Well, Bobby, it's not up for, in my opinion, I don't know the intentions of anyone. I can believe that there are good intentions, and that is what I believe. But as for telling the truth or lying, I have no idea. I cannot tell, I'm not them, so I don't know what's truth and what's lie.
I didn't play it yet, Goody. All right, so I'm going to play it. This is how I knew that it was speculation and she's going off social media.
All right. What if your child was missing?
Yeah, please stay respectful in chat.
Me?
No, that's what the words on the screen just said.
Lord have
so
mercy.
It starts off with Summer Wild.
While investigators have been diligently working to find answers, they've had.
I don't want to play that in this chaos. I'm not going to do that.
My day.
He's dead.
No, that don't need to be wrapped up in this, in my opinion.
As a fitting tips.
Farther, did you see the comment that I put up on the screen? Because make sure to tell Laura what she played by the lady that I refused to put in here about the adult entertainment, that she was debunking lies by someone she didn't know who was lying. Please make that make sense.
Yes, that's what they're claiming. Yeah.
I don't know anything about the adult stuff.
Right. Okay. So apparently, in this call, and listen, I admitted I was wrong for playing it on my live, but it was.
Oh, you were wrong for playing it on your live, but yet you put it back up. Girl, stop.
That was the whole point. And how did this happen? Oh, one sly angel needs you to go to Discord stat.
I know. So, all right, go on. I'm listening.
So what she did was she played a part where this tip line lady
but
says,
to be fair, Nicole, I could say the same thing to you. I could say you can swear up and down all you want that she did do it for money. Can you prove it? Can you prove it? No, you can't. I'm saying, like, the same way you could say that AT can say all day long she wasn't doing it for money. Well, you can say all day long she was. It doesn't make you right. It doesn't make either one of you right.
is that they have spoken to Sebastian's teachers and he had a problem with adult
I
entertainment.
know, right?
I'm sorry, what? So you don't know about back channeling information, but now, and you don't know who this person is. You don't know where she lives. Yes. And we have that. She said it was out already. And I've never heard anything of the sort. And I've been following this very closely from the jump. I do not ever remember hearing that being said anywhere. I know that there were some implications, but there was anything like it was factual. Oh, I'm trying to explain.
But see, the same way you feel it's obvious to you and Nicole, it's not as obvious to me. I don't necessarily think she did that for money. I don't think that's why she put it behind the paywall, but that's my opinion. But you know what? I also really don't know. I don't know. So I refuse to gang up on her when I don't know if that was her intentions.
Now I'm getting blamed for exposing her. Whatever. I don't care. That's fine. Listen, I said quality over quantity. And if that means that my circle of friends got even smaller than it already was, that is fine with me. I will die on this fucking hill. I have died on lesser hills and had to come back and eat worse crow.
You didn't have to eat any crow over the autopsy hill. Get the fuck out of here, voices. You stood on that hill, you broke up with Ellie, and for what? Because you thought Queen was having a disc or a StreamYard party showing off autopsy photos.
Here's the thing. We don't know who this person is. We are also just off of several fake calls. How do we know that this isn't something?
Let me look at my phone real quick because I see what Bobby said. Let's see. If I was driving down the road and I was on my content, I seen somebody doing something, I go to my content, I go to edit. Okay. Well, you would click members only is above private. So maybe that's why. I don't know.
That her and Jay is for Justice didn't fucking concoct and have somebody put out there. We're supposed to trust a known liar with a recorded call.
And we're supposed to trust a known liar calling out who she says is a known liar. Okay.
That's my...
I don't understand why there's...
It was put on the lowest membership, wasn't it?
Any credibility, though, with this person? I don't get why there would be credibility.
There isn't. It's the fact that then it's behind a paywall. She went into Queens promoting it. Go ahead. Let me finish the rest
I
of this.
agree with that part. Novel. I do agree with that part. Like, it would have been super simple for Granny just when she did do the live with the recorded phone call. She could have just did that live on members only if it was about the money.
Mind you, none of us knew any of this. Before going on the Bees panel, she had previously called the tip line and was set up for Sebastian Rogers on her own YouTube channel.
Not much. My bad. I was food shopping. I was just so taken back. Like I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I've done the same thing, not necessarily with a phone call like that, but I've done the same thing. Oh, you want to stream my shit and talk negative about it? Let me put it on members only. You finna pay to stream my shit and talk negative about it.
Oh, the lady like is mad.
I was like, what the fuck is this call? What in the hell is going on? I know she ain't got no fucking hotline, so how this lady get a hold of her? What the fuck is going on?
Yeah, no.
I agree. She could have titled it, called the tip line, "You wouldn't believe what I found out," and put it on members only, and people would have been lining up at the YouTube door to go into that live stream and see that content.
It was actually us, right? Because we thought that this tip line, Voices actually explained it good. Thank you, Voices. We thought this tip line was set up and Michaela was on the other end. So we were live talking about it and they were like, let's call the tip line. I'm like, should I? So nervous. I call. Well, the lady yes. And my only question was, I was just wondering if this is still an operating tip line. She says yes. And then it was just like this, Queen. Next thing you know, she's telling me that Seth Rogers is cleared, the Proudfoots are this, and I'm like, oh my goodness. And then she's like, I'm going to tell you something, but don't tell anybody. This. I know. And as soon as she told me, like, what I'm about to tell you, don't tell anybody, I muted it so nobody could hear it. But of course, I kept the conversation going, and she told me so much. So,
well, I have said the same thing several times, PB&J, like the fact that, and it's not a dig at anybody, but the fact that anybody would have Voices on their panel being the moral authority and talking about advocation and victims and victims' rights, bitch, you create victims. You don't, like, it blows my mind that anybody lets her sit up there and do that.
So much. So I handed it over to TBI and local LE because it was that, like, if people are calling for tips not to receive insider information. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Well, I guess the police showed up. Yeah, because she called me and I'm like, oh my God.
Is that the tip line Tony set up?
Yes.
So
okay,
find out who this person is and where she's located.
And it's funny, she said the cops showed up to her because I didn't even have her name to tell them who she was.
Okay, so you didn't find out who she was and where she, but this doesn't make any sense. Like, I was already logically thinking, but listen to what she said. But of course, I kept the conversation going.
But I was so nervous. I called. Well, the lady actually, yes. And my only question was, I was just wondering if this is still an operating tip line. She says yes. And then it was just like this, Queen. Next thing you know, she's telling me that Seth Rogers is cleared, the Proudfoots are this, and I'm like, oh my goodness. And then she's like, I'm going to tell you something, but don't tell anybody this. I know. And as soon as she told me, like, what I'm about to tell you, don't tell anybody, I muted it so nobody else could hear it. But of course, I kept the conversation going, and she told me so much.
But of course, I kept the conversation going. I was so nervous. I just wanted to find out if it was a legitimate tip line or not. Those nerves, bitch, those nerves, that was your conscience telling you you were doing wrong.
So much. So I handed it over to TBI and
So I handed it over to TBI and local LE, but she doesn't know who it is. She contradicted herself. She just lied it right there.
But you're not.
Shit, I was muted. Yeah, sorry. She doesn't have to know who's running the tip line. All she had to know was the number and to give it over to TBI. I can absolutely stand up for Granny on that portion. Like, why the fuck would she said she contradicted herself. She didn't. She doesn't have to know who's working the tip line to turn it over to them. There's a number.
Surprised she's lying, right? Like, it's not
No,
shocking.
I'm not. But Laura, every time I hear this, I realize another fucking.
Are you surprised that she's lying, Laura? But you're sitting up here with a liar talking about another liar. Come on, man.
Why? Because what y'all don't know is what was being typed in back chat.
In local alley, because it was that on, like, if people are calling for tips not to receive insider information. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Well, I guess the police showed up. Yeah. Because she called me and I'm like, oh my God.
Is that the tip line Tony set up?
Yes. Yes.
So did
Okay,
you find
sorry to
out
interrupt.
who this person is and where she's located?
And it's funny as she said the cops showed up to her because I didn't even have her name to tell them who she was.
Okay, so you didn't
That leads me to believe they've dealt with this before already.
find out, but you had
And they know who it is.
all these conversations with it. You just lied again. You didn't know her name, but you're taking all this information and now you're going to record it and put it out for your audience. And you muted and you didn't think to end your fucking live stream. And then you come back the next day and play the call. Tell me again it wasn't for fucking content. Tell me again it wasn't for exploitation of a missing child. Tell me again.
Tell me again you're not using Sebastian, the missing child, to call out Granny's watching. And then you play the same thing that you're up here currently bitching about that Granny played. You played it 3 times to make sure everybody heard exactly what that crazy ass woman said.
I hate her.
You're just as wrong. If Granny's wrong, you're just as wrong.
I hate this. I hate the internet. I hate all of you.
Ditto.
Out who she was and where she's located.
She wouldn't tell me.
So that's probably but Tony put this out a long time ago about this.
So if she wouldn't tell you, how did you take it to local LE?
The phone number, you dumb cunt. The phone number.
Does that make sense, Laura? Like,
Of course she's not going to take it to LE. No. I can guarantee you this person gave her no credible information, nothing to bring to LE. It's absolutely all for content.
She didn't say she turned it over to Ellie for the credible information. She said she wanted the TBI to know that when you call the tip line, they gossip to you. Catch
100%.
up. So, listen, I'm catching up and I'm already still more caught up than y'all motherfuckers.
Yes, I'm sorry. It's very rare that I am absolutely gobsmacked into just fucking sounds. But I am over here sounding like a tractor getting ready to start, or a lawnmower, or a weed whacker. I don't know but this is fucking wild. This is even worse than the first time that I watched it. This is the third time I've watched it, and I picked up on 3 other fucking lies.
This tip line, so they probably are
the liar picking up on the lies. How about that?
pretty in the know about it. You know what I mean?
The potential that this person had something else going on in her real life, and it's an absolute. I mean, if law enforcement showed up to her back door, why wouldn't they go to the front door?
Oh, wait. No. What she had said, what you're talking about, is when she said she notifies police of what they're doing through the back door. I don't know what that meant. Oh. She told me the police came to her door. Yeah. Nothing about a front or back. She just said, she called. I didn't answer it upstairs.
Back channels. So she's not getting it in official capacity. This is problematic.
Yeah. And that's what I said to her. Are you giving the information, the tips you receive? Are you giving this over to the police? And she said they're notifying them through the back door. And I didn't even know what that meant.
Meaning they're back channeling it. Somebody knows somebody who works in law enforcement.
Well, nothing about that was legit. So it like, I'm sorry, random lady that I called to ask if this is a tip line, but you just put like the weight of
It's
all this
not.
shit on my shoulders. What was I supposed to do with it? But I do feel bad for her.
I don't. She's willingly being complicit in this. There's nothing that says.
I mean, what the hell? She told you a whole bunch of shit that she wasn't even supposed to open and be saying at all. Was there any proof that the cops were there at the door? Like, did she show any proof at all, or she just expected?
No.
And if the cops really were at her door, that to me says that they've dealt with this before with this same person. So if that's what happened, that's what it says to me.
Oh, just a message.
Oh yeah. See. There's been too many people lying, too many people playing games, too many people fucking inserting themselves when they ain't got nothing to do with this case. You know what I'm saying? They just inserted themselves too, and just for the hell of it.
Her story was weird, Queen. So she said when I asked her, like,
Butler, that's what I said, like, but all because I know Granny and Britney J have had their beef going for a while now, but it has amped up so much because she spoke out about the Illuminati thing. She didn't drag Illuminati. She didn't talk shit on Illuminati. She just said, she has made that same mistake before and has corrected it, and brought up how Clue didn't apologize or wasn't sorry at all, or how Clue wasn't thinking about how it could affect other people. Like, she was being a lot calmer with the Clue thing than we were, and I think it's because she's been there and she has went through that. But ever since then, all I have seen are Granny haters on my shit. And then I go into Laura's last night, and guess who's fucking there? Liking. And it's like, bro, you are fucking obsessed. I got timed out in Laura's shit for telling him he was obsessed. And it was a little fucking creepy that he is everywhere that Granny's name is brought up. It's getting too much. I don't give a fuck what Granny did 2 or 3 years ago. Don't email me that shit no more. I don't want it. If Granny does something and you think I need to see it now, then show me. Otherwise, I don't want to know about 2 years ago. I just don't. It doesn't, because if you haven't got her doing something like that since the time she did it 2 years ago, that shows improvement. That shows all of us growth. It shows that she's trying. And I feel like everybody is going hard at her because she's trying. We should want people to try to do better.
If I may I have your name? She told me no. And I said, okay, I respect that. Keep your identity. She's like, well, social media, and and I'm like, okay, I get it. But she also told me that she offered her services early on. Nobody paid her any attention. And then the mayor friend, this was said, the mayor friend asked her to get involved. So she did. And here she is. I was given permission on what isn't true and can be spoken on and what can't, because some of it apparently was like legitimate insider information, which again isn't anything much.
Doodle Mom, she said the lady told her that.
Wouldn't put any of it out. None of it.
If you put it out, then that makes you no different than Betty or anybody else.
I just don't get it, Steph. I don't get it. We want to see growth for everybody. Y'all don't see me handling shit when I'm going back and forth with people. I handled shit with Clue way different than I handled shit with Queen Bee. Maybe it was because my emotions were more caught up in Queen Bee. I don't know. But I tried to take the way I spout off at the fucking mouth and hurt people, and I tried to work on not doing that anymore. Like, simply me saying they're all hyenas, that made every single one of them feel like I was calling them hyenas, because I put it out as a blanket statement. And when I would talk shit like that, it would affect them. And so why is it so bad for people to try to do better? That's what we need. And we're still going to fuck up. But stop sending shit from 2 years ago. I don't want it.
Because you're doing it for monetary gain. And if that's not what you're about, then I wouldn't put it out. And if you...
Well, the tip line is not a legit tip line first. So we need to remember that, right? This is not a legit tip line. But I could absolutely believe that she called her back from the tip line. And I don't know, maybe it's a lonely woman, you know, who doesn't have a lot of people around to talk to. I don't know. But I can absolutely believe small town gossip through a fake ass tip line. I sure can.
You really care about this child.
Yeah.
And the parents, you should not put that information out. It should be left off this platform, in my opinion. That's it. That's all. That's it. That's all.
So all that happened.
Hang on.
There we go.
Get it to stop. Go ahead.
All that happened prior to yesterday?
Yes. All that happened prior to last night. That was
And
on Queen's channel.
It's
yesterday.
not okay.
So
It's not okay at all, unicorns. We don't know who it is, but it sounded a lot like Seth's mom.
And
just ignored you.
Okay, so the call was done day before yesterday, and then she outed the results of the call that she was told were, yes, tragedy pimps. That was my bigger question right there. So then she contacted law according to her timeline, of course. And I'm going to say, this timeline holds about as much. It's got like a washcloth as because it's really floppy,
Yep.
right? But according to her,
It did. The tip line absolutely did when they first dropped it. That's right, Lauren. I think it's also important to mention that the tip line was advertised as completely anonymous. Tony Mathis even said to make a fake email. That raised a red flag. Absolutely.
So she called on Thursday.
This is not a legit tip line. Like, even voices saying her inserting herself and calling this tip line, she's not really inserting herself. It's a fake ass tip line, period.
She called on Friday. On Saturday, she played the to my understanding, she played then the call on her live.
I agree.
And then she came over to Queen Bee's, and that's where Rowena and myself and Queen and everybody, that's where all this transpired. And it ended, like, at no point in that did she tell us, oh, I was already live and I played it on my live, right? We were all under the assumption that this was something that she didn't bring public, any part of it.
The tip line is has Bobby's name on it. Oh, the website has Bobby's name on it. Interesting. But it definitely wasn't Bobby's voice on that tip line.
Right? If law enforcement told her she had insider information, and then there, you know, so what she chose to do was sit on what law enforcement says.
Yeah.
According to her, is in.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, because I reached out to Granny and told her that I got these emails and that I would send it to her. I think I got 2 of them, that I would send them to her if she wanted me to, in case it was from that weirdo Lycan.
Insider information.
I didn't know if it could help or
but
not.
She outed the lies, and then came into Queens and promoted the lies.
Yeah, the neighbor Bobby, the one that JLR interviewed.
And her debunking, but she doesn't know what back channel information is. So how can we do debunking, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And so law enforcement gave you permission to put out the lies about a case on YouTube. Can somebody make that one make sense?
Because none of these people give a fuck. She doesn't care about fucking Sebastian. I mean, look at her thumbnails for Seth. She don't give a fuck. None of them do. It's a fucking joke.
And I can personally say I think we have all gotten caught up in what we call others out for. Some more than others, some, differently than others, but we all have taken part in this fuck shit. Like, we start out with good intentions to call out the bad behavior, the misinformation, the rumors, the speculation that can hurt these parents and the victims. We start out doing that, and then we always end up fighting amongst each other, and it creates more of a shit show in Sebastian's case. We gotta stop that shit.
That is why I have a problem with this, because this is blatant exploitation. It's blatant exploitation, and I can't get behind it. It's exploitation via mis and disinformation and things that should never have come out. Like, here's all that, like, let's finish this.
I agree. The tip line isn't helping at all. Like, it's part of the misinformation. But when we start fighting amongst each other, because we ourselves are maybe crossing lines that we shouldn't be, it's okay to have a conversation with each other, but then calling each other out and just going hard at each other, man, that just creates this whole ball of fuck shit.
This is all rumor. None of this is proof that's factual. Yes. So basically, the tip line is a misinformation clearinghouse that Seth's team's pushing. That's how I feel.
You said this is all rumor, none of it's factual.
And I asked my mods and even chatters who wouldn't mind to repeatedly type that in chat to make it very crystal clear. I mean, anyone who doesn't like me is going to say this added to the drama and all that, and that's fine. I recognize that, but I couldn't have made myself any clearer.
I agree, Spudlin.
All right, here we go.
Felt. It's exactly how I felt. Makes sense.
3 times. She played the worst part of that 3 times.
CPS investigated and Sebastian remained in the home. Right. To claim that, like, oh, Katie, like, willingly dropped him off knowingly for a week. I mean, come on. I didn't play it yet, Goody. All right, so I'm going to play it.
That's a fucking problem. Novel. That's absolutely a problem. Yep. She sure did. She didn't want Granny's watchings call out there, but and you know what? It just shows, again, no backbone, no spine. Like, how you gonna private it while you're up on Queen's panel and then unprivate it? Like, girl, miss me with it.
I knew that it was speculation and she's going off social media.
Oh, yeah, that's why you said it. But he's had some issues ever since. Also, I spoke to Sebastian.
But
I have heard this somewhere. I'm not going to play it. Let me see. Did they put it in here? Whose video is this? Is this Chronicles video? Did she put it in here? Hold on.
At the end of the day, I mean, that is harmful. I'm just a random person calling to say, hey, are you still accepting tips? And next thing you know, I end up.
Okay, so see, Chronicles did it right. She didn't put that part of the phone call in here that Voices is so outraged about and played 3 times herself. Good job, Chronicles.
With an hour worth of tips that they've received. Well, asking if anybody else wants to, like, try to hammer me for something. Can you give me a day? Like, just one day? Can I have one day?
I feel like this is a little much, in my opinion.
Happening.
Yeah, no, we ain't gonna do that because this shit is wild and gross, and I just don't want the missing kids. Yes, it stems from the cases that we're in, but we don't have to line them up together.
To play your video, I've dropped your link. I will update my description. I will put you in the description box, right? I played both of yours. I'm very grateful for you to have hi, keep it moving. I'm very grateful for you to have caught that. I know that
this is Voices Thinking Chronicles of the Shady.
There's not always a lot of love lost, but I also know that when right is right, wrong is wrong, you always stand up for what's right. So I appreciate you allowing me to use your content today.
Girl, get all that cleaned up back there. What is you doing? Girl, get your paper in order.
I also shared it out on my community tab. Lindsay's got some good stuff. Listen, y'all can keep doing the other Tragedy Pimps Exposed. They're bringing out the right things.
Well, if Voices says you're right, you must be right. Now, I do agree. They Chronicles has been, and Tragedy Pimps and Maniacs, they have all been calling out the right things. But I think this took more of a personal turn for Shady and Granny. Because in this video where she's pointing out everything wrong she feels Granny did, she should have also pointed out where Voices played it 3 times over. Like, let's keep it even across the board.
I need you guys to understand that sometimes for me, it was about the socialization and the people that I was talking to. I would personally get something out of the mental stimulation and the thought process about it. But listen,
shortstop.
I'm just not gonna do. I'm not. I can't. I have to do the things that are gonna make me.
No. I don't know if it's him. I asked Angela today in Laura's chat if she emailed me, because it was full of clips from Angela's channel, and she said she did not email me. So I don't know who it is. But I was saying if she wanted it, I would send it over to her. I told her that in Discord, but she hasn't responded. But I told her I would send it over to her so she could look at it just in case it's him. I don't know if it is or not, but if it is, it would work in her favor to have it because he's reaching out to other people with it. If it's not, then no harm, no foul.
Oh Lord, Laura, do you need to come back up, or do I need to end and we need to go? You need to go, guys, go over there. I'm really sorry. This is all a bunch of bullshit. No, I want you guys just to shake this off like I'm doing. We're just going to shake this right off. This is, like I said last night in that live, it's going to be what it's going to be. I automatically went to old muscle memory by saying, you want to go to war, we'll go to war. But don't go to a war with somebody that's smarter than you and can blatantly point out your lies.
Is she claiming to be smarter than anybody? Nah, bruh.
So I don't want you guys to hold on to this. I am okay. July 17th, perfect. Live feeds start. I don't know about you guys, but I watch the Big Brother live feeds. So,
okay, girl, we're done with you. Spudler, that's what I said. When people are ranting and raving about Faith being shown, like the picture that was posted, instead of blurring their face, they put it on their channel front and center. I don't hear Voices bitching about that. I don't hear Voices bitching about when people were outraged over Seth's interview where he outed Sebastian's SA. They were outraged about that, but then they replayed it for people. You see what I'm saying? I don't hear no outrage about that, because that's also re-victimizing the victim. Yeah, she does this every now and then, Queen Bella. It has become a pattern. It absolutely has become a pattern. You got a real lifer and an exploiter sitting here condemning other people for what she feels is real life and exploitation. The fuck out of here. And that's not, and Spudler, that's not pertaining to any certain creator, because a lot of creators on our side replayed that Seth interview where he did that to Sebastian. And to me, in my mind and in the background, of course, I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck are we doing here? Why are we replaying this if we think it's wrong? He said it. So why would we continue to put it out? You know? Right. Well, that's what I said, though, Novel. I'm grateful that Shady didn't put that part that Voices kept replaying about the PORN. I'm still trying to figure out where I heard that first. I feel like it was in a chat somewhere. But that phone call was not the first time I heard of that. I just got to remember what chat. I've been all over the place, literally. Oh, yeah, Pearl. It absolutely is. It's so ridiculous. All right, let's go back to Laura talking shit.
Or that you think you might know. You've been around a year.
I've been around 2 years, ho. 2 years. I'm not pretending to have been here 10 years. No, abso-fucking-lutely not.
Nothing to do with me. I was fucking fighting on this platform when you were in diapers. I mean, for real. Like, stop thinking you know how this shit works because you're too new. You don't. And
what am I supposed to know how it works? What is she even talking about? First, I want to be back in with Queen Bee. Now I'm supposed to know how I'm pretending to know how things work. What the fuck are you talking about, Laura?
If you want to talk about how this shit works, be my guest. Leave my fucking name out of it. Don't try to use me as an
No, ma'am. Nobody tried to use you as an example. We were talking about how you were on Voices panel. That's it. That's all.
Example. I don't give two fucks about Queen Bee, her panel, Voices, Granny. You'll learn. You'll seriously fucking learn. But see the difference between you guys and me? I don't want to kiss ass to somebody because I want their subs.
I'm not kissing ass to anybody. So there's that.
I'd rather have no fucking subs. I do just fine on my platform. Okay. I don't need to be fake to anybody. I don't need to hate bond to anybody. I don't need to be a phony bitch to anybody. But
and when I said you were hate bonding with Voices, I didn't mean for her subs. She ain't got a lot, you know? I meant like, because both of y'all don't fuck with Granny's watching right now. It is what it is, Laura. You went up there because she was upset at Granny's watching. And you wanted to know what happened so you could talk your little shit too. It is what it is, girl. Stop.
Most importantly, I don't need to fucking lie to anybody. And I certainly will not kiss ass for subs, money, or views.
Oh,
that's what you.
Who said she lied to anybody? What is Laura going off of? I'm so confused. I'm so confused. So even though you lied on me and Deeds and made it seem like we were attacking Britney J because you didn't take the time to watch the stream, even though me and Deets have not confronted you about that, you think you should strike up alive and talk this kind of mad shit to me? Fuck you, Laura.
You guys do. I will never. It's not that fucking important to me. Like I said, I do just fine on my own. I do great in my own little corner. I am self-sufficient. I make enough.
And I have tried and tried and tried to support you in your own little corner. Tried and tried to support you, whether it just be a hey, how y'all doing? A like, answering the poll, just listening to it. I've tried. Bro, no.
Money on YouTube and my candle business, to live on my own, raise my kids by myself. I don't live with mom and dad. I don't have a husband that brings in money. I do this shit all by myself. So we can stop with the Laura's jealous, Laura's this, Laura. No, that's insulting. Again,
I'm sorry that you were insulted, but to me, it seems like there's a little bit of jealousy out here on these streets when it comes to grannies watching. I don't know why. I don't pretend to know the back history. None of that. I don't care to know that kind of back history. I'm talking about what's going on right now, today, in front of everybody.
Highly insulting. You are with people that are fly-by-nights. Deets is not like that. I really, truly like Deets.
Well, you got a funny way of showing it, girlfriend.
But, right? Passy, exactly. It's crazy. I really thought that Clue was her oldest sister, and that wasn't an insult. They talk alike, the mannerisms are alike, everything is alike. But
I agree. We did seem a lot alike. Absolutely.
My point is, I don't live with mom and dad. I have my own fucking house.
You're good, AT.
I have 3 dogs, 3 kids, 2 are in
And
college,
hoops.
1's in high school, and
I live in my own house. What?
Right? Passy, exactly. It's crazy. I really thought that Clue was her oldest sister, and that wasn't an insult. They talk alike, the mannerisms are alike, everything is alike. But my point is, I don't live with mom and dad.
Who lives with mom and dad? I don't live with mom and dad. I live with me, Kaden, and Tony, and my 4 dogs and 4 cats and 6 chickens. That's who I live with.
My own fucking house. I have 3 dogs, 3 kids, 2 are in college, 1's in high school, and I do it all by myself without having to work outside the house. I am jealous of nobody.
Okay. Got it. We are squared away. You're not jealous of anybody. I feel like what they talked about on Voices panel about the cliques and the cool people, the cool group, and how they don't want to fit in with the cool group. I feel like that's actually opposite. Maybe deflection, but I feel like they do want to fit in with the cool crew.
Who am I going to be jealous of? Somebody that lives with mom and dad who can't even support on her own?
No, somebody that's doing good, super good on their channel and is hanging out over at Queen's. Oh my God.
That's who I'm going to be jealous of? Okay, Jonesin. Or I'm going to be jealous of Queen Bee? Okay, Jonesin. That's how you guys think. I don't think.
And I didn't say you were jealous of Queen Bee at all. I would never say that.
Like that. I told you. If I'm jealous, you want to know who I'm jealous of? I'll show you who I'm jealous of. Hang on.
Me too. If I could, bruh. I guess she claims that Granny lives with her parents' house or with her parents. Who, even if she does, who the fuck cares? Who the fuck cares? And if she don't, and you're saying she does, who the fuck cares? You don't know. You don't know if that woman's moved since the last time you knew she lived with her parents. You don't know none of that shit.
I don't know if he's lying, but
yeah, that's what I heard. That's what I figured she was talking about. It couldn't have been me.
Oh. All right. He's not live at the moment, but I'll give you an idea. Okay. Dude has 2 million subscribers. 2 days ago, he got a video with 456,000 views.
Oh my God. You do this all the time, Laura, about your candles. You talk about who you look up to. You talk about YouTube, who you look up to. Nobody cares. What we're saying is, or what I'm saying is, I feel like there's a little tinge of jealousy because Granny is now hanging out over at the Hive. And I understand your thoughts are probably like, what the fuck is going on? Why? I get it because you say you know how they feel about each other, that none of them like each other, but that's not your business. And you shouldn't care if she's hanging out over there.
5,000 likes. That's what I'm jealous of. That's what I'm after. Not you petty little fucking 800 people. Ones with 1,000 comments. That's what I get jealous over.
Okay,
That's what
girl.
I want. That's what I
Okay.
want to go after.
Well,
So
do
please
it.
keep
Stop wasting your time on all of us and jumping on Voices panel. Go do you, girl.
out of your bullshit with, oh my God, you must be jealous. No, I aim high.
I didn't even say it like that. Oh my God, you must be jealous. You make things so much worse than they are, bro. You turn molehills into mountains, and this shit is sick. It's not fun. It's ridiculous.
Aim with where you guys aim. You guys aim petty little, oh my God, I got 1,000. I'm a rock star now. No. Show me 1 million views, then you're a rock star. Show me in 2 days that you can get 500,000 views, then you're a rock star. That's what I'm after. That's
good. Do that. And you're not going to do that over here because we're tiny little channels that don't mean shit. And YouTube's this big, vast world.
That's where I aim to be. I told you, none of you have ever gotten more numbers than my highest number. None of you, most of you combined, your best video combined doesn't compare to my highest video.
Who cares? Oh my God. How did this go from, oh my God. This is just tripping. This is just tripping balls at this point.
And you could tell me I'm jealous of you. Sit the fuck down.
Who told her she's jealous of them? Oh, Jesus Christ.
Max Velocity. Oh, he's live. Okay. He has 2,000 thumb ups. He's been live for not even an hour, and he's got almost 9,000 people watching. That's what I'm jealous of. That's what I want. I want these kind of numbers. You ain't getting that in the drama community.
No, you're not.
But
here you are.
These are the numbers that I'm going for. This is the stuff that makes me jealous.
And here I've been fucking trying to support you like the fool I am.
That's what I'm after. Not a couple of hundred. You guys aim way too low. Way too low. Hey, Chrissy, I am so jealous.
And I think she's a little confused too, because she's saying you guys aim way too low. But supposedly this live is for me, but she's going off on tangents on everybody. But I don't aim anywhere. I just come here to talk to my friends. That's all. I just want to hang out with my friends.
Jealous of you, Chrissy. So jealous. Right? Passy, my name is brought up all the time. It's fucking ridiculous.
Not by me.
These people just, they don't have.
Not by me. We were discussing. The only reason you were brought up, Laura, was because we were discussing Voices panel or her live today. And somebody said you jumped on panel. And I said, you sure did. And that I felt like it was a little hate bondish. And I stand by that. So all of this because of that.
Have the right mindset. They think so small. It's crazy to me. JLR, a little jelly. He pulls some fucking great numbers. He's also crazy, but he pulls great numbers. Nothing to be jealous of, but he pulls great numbers.
No. Unlike I don't like the Laura and Wispy thing. I went up on Laura's panel and tried to talk to her about it. You didn't see me going live the next day going over it. I don't bring Laura up. I just don't. But you definitely see her go live about me and Deets on some bullshit, some fake ass misinformation.
I'm trying to think. But all these people that tell me I'm jealous is someone that has less subs than me, that hasn't even put in the work I have and still hasn't surpassed my numbers. That's not jealousy, guys. That you're thinking way too small. That's like just like an insult to my fucking intelligence.
Okay. Sorry to insult your intelligence.
So another one I'm jealous of. Hold on.
Oh God, nobody cares.
People, 178,000. That's what I want. I don't want these fucking petty little couple hundred. I want big. I go big.
Okay.
Let's go down.
I love the ambition though. I do. Goals. Hashtag goals.
There we go. 1.7 million, 1.3 million, 1.8 million. That's what I'm jealous of.
Okay.
Exactly. Go big or go home.
All right.
1.3 million, 1.7 million, 2.1 million, 2 million.
You do realize that it's not necessarily when somebody says that they feel like there's a tinge of jealousy, it doesn't necessarily mean over her channel or her numbers. It could just mean in her being so light and welcome. That's literally, it could mean anything. Jealousy is not necessarily about monetary gain or views or likes or how well their channel's doing. You can also be jealous of how pretty she is or how welcomed she is around the community everywhere. Queens here, Jays, I don't know. You could be, Dago, she's all over the place. You could be jealous that she's more welcomed in places. It doesn't always come down to numbers, Laura.
To do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay. She had
I don't know why
17
we're
videos.
off on this tangent. I have no idea, because she thinks me saying that she's a tiny bit jealous of Granny means that she's jealous of her channel and her numbers. No, I think you would like to have a good group of girlfriends that you can go on panel with and talk shit with. And you don't have that, because every time people try to get to that point with you, you push them away doing this shit.
17 videos in a row that went over 1 million. That's fucking insane. 17 videos, 17 lives in a row that went over 1 million. There's probably more that went over 1 million. That is amazing. Amazing.
I don't know, Copa.
That's what I'm jealous of. That's the kind of shit that I want. So all of this bullshit, no, sorry. I think way bigger than you guys do. You don't like Emily Baker? Oh my God, I think she's great. I don't watch her often, but I think she's great.
Yeah, but see, I rebuild bridges over here. That's what I try to do. And I have rebuilt this bridge with Laura, and I've let things go where she's talking shit or calling me out or about shit that isn't even true because she didn't pay attention to the live. I cannot force you to pay attention to the live. But when I know what the live was about and I know what was said and not said, and then I see you doing a live stream calling me out for something that's completely opposite, that's a problem. And instead of calling you out, I just fucking ignore it and move on and say, that was stupid. Keep it pushing. I was going to do a live to confront her. I didn't. It wasn't necessary. It's not that big of a deal. So it's like, how many times can we repair the bridge and knock another piece of wood into it where there's a hole without it falling down? Eventually it's going to fucking fall down.
So I really wish these people would keep my name out of their mouth when they're giving their stupid fucking examples. I'm not on your level. Don't put me on your level. Joneson did. Don't put me on your level, because I'm not. And this has nothing to do with sub views or anything. It has to do with life.
No, it doesn't have to do with life. Look at your screen. Look at what you are showing us right now in the past 15 fucking minutes. Hold on. Where are we at? 7. In the past 5 minutes. Look at your screen. Hold on, because there was more. Hold on. Oops. Hold on. Oh, no. The past 15 minutes. This isn't about life. You made it about views and channels.
Other people, like I just don't. There's so many subs, so many people. Like Joneson is falling into this. Like Granny's watching was all up in her chat. Not Granny, but Granny's diehards were all up in Joneson's chat.
Who cares?
And I'll call it out right now. Joneson is going to try to make peace with Queen B. Queen B.
No, there will never. We can be cordial without being cool. That I don't know if you just don't understand that type of camaraderie, but it does happen.
Ain't fucking having it. You'll see. She's in.
Joneson is. What the fuck gives her this impression? I was just calling out shit when Queen allowed Clue up on her panel to drag me for filth, and Queen joined in on it, and so did B. Tim or whoever else. I called out things I wanted to call out on my live stream that night. Me and Queen was just going at it again. But we've let it die. What the fuck is she talking about?
Inching her way back in. What she doesn't realize is what Granny fucking did. Granny used Jonesin and Dietz and what's her name? The other one, I can't think of her name. I haven't seen her. All to get to Queen Bee. Now she's got Queen Bee. She don't fucking need them. She used to be in Jonesin's chat every fucking day. All of a sudden, I don't see her in Jonesin's chat. Why? Why is that?
She was just on my panel the other day, Laura, last week.
Oh, because she don't need her now. Now she's over up on Queen Bee's panel every day.
How the fuck is being cool with me? Now make that make sense, Laura. Make that make sense. How the fuck is Granny being cool with me and Dietz and Nunya, the people Queen hate the most? How does that get her anything, any leeway into Queen? How does being friendly with us give her that? Give her Queen? It wouldn't. That don't even make sense. You just contradict. Oh my God.
Don't say you didn't hear it here first, because you did. You guys will see I'm right. Because if Queen Bee told Jonesin, let's be friends again, Jonesin would drop everything in a heartbeat. Yes, Queen Bee, absolutely.
No, the fuck I would not. And how dare you act like you know me, Laura? How fucking dare you? That shit is squashed. It's done. It's over.
Absolutely. But Queen Bee ain't having Jonesin. But Jonesin's going to try and kiss ass of Queen Bee to get in there. So there's that.
Fuck?
And she'll do it again.
Oh my God. I cannot even. What? She makes my forehead hurt.
Yeah, and I agree. Totally agree. I don't think Jones is a snake. I just think she is, she's trying to, she thinks she understands the way this all works. And she doesn't.
No, I don't. I have no clue the way all this works. What I'm trying to do is just give my opinion and my input on what I see going on. That's it. I'm coming live and I'm talking to my fucking friends about it. Period. That's it. And if we happen to expose a bigot on the way, then so fucking be it.
She'll see. She sees it. She understands how it works from a from a newbie perspective. And I'm not saying she's new on YouTube, but I don't, Crystal. But I'm telling you guys, you'll see. You'll mark my words. I'm 100% right.
You're 110% wrong, Laura. All of this. So now, because I said that you seem to have been hate bonding with Voices a little bit, and because I said there seemed to be a tinge of jealousy from you and Voices pertaining to Granny's watching, now I'm trying to suck Queen's asshole and get back in with Queen. How the fuck does that make any sense? How the fuck does Queen get brought into it is the main question. What the fuck does Queen got to do with it? I'm so confused.
And you guys are like, holy fuck, Laura called that.
Thank you for joining, babe.
But I do
Bodie
think that
McBoatface.
I don't think Queen Bee will take her back.
Bodie McBoatface, thanks for joining. I appreciate it. Let me find you. Let's see. Let's do this one. Welcome to the Hippie Hut, love. I hope you enjoy it.
I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't think she would. I think she would be like, yeah, whatever. But Queen Bee's type of.
I was just trying to lighten the mood because all the Trump stuff had been going off and people were getting sad, and I was literally just trying to lighten the mood a little. I'm glad y'all enjoyed it.
Person, once you burn her, she's done.
That's not true either. And I'm not saying that because I'm trying to get back in with Queen, you crazy nut. I'm saying Queen gives grace to people and does give second chances. I've seen her do it. So, I mean, Voices was right back over there as soon as I left.
Who hurt her ego? She's done. So, but Jonesin will try. And I don't hate Jonesin. Like, I'm not mad at Jonesin.
Bro.
Don't bring me up.
Bro. I was randomly on a panel she was covering, and she stopped me to lecture everyone that just because someone has a soft, calm voice doesn't mean they aren't a scammer. Oh, interesting. See that, like, how does her brain go to these places? I don't get it.
Up unless you know
I
exactly.
don't hate Jonesing, but I'm gonna sit here and talk mad shit. Not once, not twice, but like 3 times now. I'm just over it. Laura, you do your thing. I'll do my thing. I won't come into your chat and support you anymore. You don't come into my chat and support me anymore. We're good. We're good. We'll keep on pushing.
Exactly what the fuck you're talking about, and don't cater to the haters. And that's what you did tonight. There was no reason to bring me up at all. I understand about the voices thing, but
there was a reason to bring you up. Thank you for joining, Plumey Plumey. I like that name too. Plumey Plumey.
Welcome to the Hippie Hut, man. Let's vibe.
Let's vibe. But there was a point in bringing you up because that's what I wanted to talk about was how Voices held a panel today, and you went up there and you were trying to figure out what was going on, but there seemed to be a little hate bonding. That's my opinion. I'm allowed to have it.
Your commentary of how, the hate bonding is real, it was totally unnecessary and totally untrue. You've known me long enough, Jonesin. You should fucking know who I am. And I absolutely do not fucking kiss ass to anybody. And
I didn't say you were kissing ass. I said you were hate bonding. And I didn't even say it. Oh my God. I said I felt like there was a little bit of hate bonding. I don't even think I said the hate bonding is real. Maybe I did, but I didn't mean it like Jesus Christ. It didn't necessarily deserve all of this. But if I feel that there was some hate bonding going on, I'm allowed to say that. It doesn't mean I'm taking a dig at you. It's just you two are both upset with Granny. You've both been calling her out the past couple of days. It made sense.
Don't placate to anybody. I am my own fucking person. And again, maybe you hate bond. I don't need to fucking hate bond. You don't like me, don't like me. I don't give a fuck. Will be Tim forgive? Don't try to get back via Clue and jump on the Steph hatred. Oh, did she?
No.
I didn't know that.
No. What? Somebody told her, let me. Oh, where's the live chat? Where's the live chat? No, I did not try to get back with Queen through Clue. I went up on Queen's panel because I'm blocked in her chats, and I wasn't going to let Clue just sit there and keep fucking lying. So fuck out of here.
I really didn't know that. But I don't hate bond. I'm like, that's like a little kid thing to do. That's a newbie thing. When you're in a community together, you should fucking talk. You should, like what happened on Queen Bee's panel today with Britney and Granny together. I think it was great. I think they should fucking make peace. I said,
oh, do you? Okay, let's see. Because I feel like this is.
Peace. Oh. Dayton. Dayton. Idea about both. And the weird hours people. It's just a puppy and got mold. Pissed that she lies a lot. Lies a lot. Go back to the obsession thing. People are pissed that she lies a lot. Her ex-friends are pissed that she lies a lot. Plain and simple. No, my views on GW are from what I've seen for myself. That's it. Nothing else. It's what I've witnessed with my own eyes and my own ears. She is a fucking liar. I mean, to even lie about that she doesn't live at home when everybody knows she lives at home, bitch, please.
Here we go.
Like, if you're going to lie
It's
about
coming.
something
Just
as
wait.
insignificant as that, what else are you lying about? She's just a fraud. And I have no respect for frauds. Yes.
And that's okay,
Things outside of the
Vivian.
dogs. She's a con artist. I agree. No. I think she used to be a con artist. I don't think she's a con artist. Hooded puppy, good vibes, I know. She is a huge liar about the craziest things. That's another thing. She tries to say that she didn't build her channel off Natasha, but she did. Now, her keeping it had nothing to do with Natasha, but she definitely built her channel off of bashing Natasha. And don't get me wrong, I used to like her till I saw what a fucking fraud she was. And when she lied right to my fucking face.
All right, remember she just said this.
But I don't hate bond. I'm like, that's like a little kid thing to do. That's a newbie thing. When you're in a community together, you should fucking talk. You should, like what happened on Queen Bee's panel today with Britney and Granny together. I think it was great. I think they should fucking make peace. I said, what I find comical, and I'm sorry if other people don't, but what I find absolutely fucking comical is this right here. Hold on. This right here. Queen Bee does not like Jess. Jess does not like Queen Bee. Queen Bee does not like Britney. I don't think Britney really cares either way about QB. B. Tim doesn't have a fucking clue who any of them are. B. Tim, well, that's not true. B. Tim likes Granny's watching. Oh, you are backstage. So that's what I find funny.
So, which is it, Laura? You encourage growth and you encourage cordial conversations and peacemaking, or you find it funny? Let me know.
Yesterday. Do I think it's going to happen? No, but it was a good effort. Hopefully it does work because Britney just wants to get along with everyone. She doesn't want to be attacked. Do I think it's going to stop everyone else because they make money on her content? No, I don't think it's going to stop. But it is what it is. But like I said, don't bring me up. Don't bring me up with your thoughts, with your bullshit. Don't rope me into that. And to say that
I will if I want to. I won't drag you. There's no need in that. But you've been less than flattering to me. So. And I still kept coming in and showing you support. The fuck out of here.
I'm jealous of fucking someone that lives with their mommy and daddy who just started getting views. No, please. That's how you think. That's not me. Shit fucking aggravates me. So now that I rambled on for 24 minutes, which I was supposed to be off already, we'll give it 5 more minutes and then I'm jumping down. I just don't understand. Hey, Jeanette. I just don't understand it. Don't talk about victims' parents and then she's running to every Seth Hader's channel apart. I know, right, Denise? But these people act like, oh, I'm not going to speak about him anymore. Really? You're not going to speak about him anymore. Well, how are you going to make money then? Because that was your bread and butter. That's how you took off in the last couple of weeks. These people are just so fucking fake.
I think she's talking about Granny there. I'm not sure.
It's ridiculous. You know, now once I went through Emily Baker's stuff though, 7.
It's like, girl, I just got you saying you thought it was comical that they were being cordial, and then on this live saying it's a good thing.
17 videos in a row that were over 1 million. That's fucking impressive. I bet there's more. 1 is 17.
Okay, is she done?
So 20,
about me?
26. I know Crystal's gonna say, well, she only does true crime. She doesn't do drama. Yes, that's what Crystal says to me. But I'm just saying to show you guys, that's the shit that I go after. Come on, Chris. That was a good impression. Fake and cry about doing the exact same thing. I agree. And I meant what I said. These people aren't in love with these kids. They act like they love these kids. You don't even know these fucking kids.
Yeah,
Stop.
no, not me. Skirt. Hold up. That ain't me. Disavow.
Just stop.
I speak out against that shit because it's weird.
And then they act like they care about the parents. No, you don't.
I do care about the parents. Same way I care
And then you
about the
support
kid, but I
people
don't love
that are
any
as
of
bad as
them.
the people you're calling out. Stop. Just stop. Well, the QB can take her back too much of a fallout example. Ninny is no fan of Jonesn. I'm surprised Ninny's still over there, to be honest. I really am. I'm kind of shocked. A lot of us are. We don't know how Ninny doesn't see it, but whatever.
Everybody.
And by the way, I asked Jonesn for a link just to clear this up on her panel. She totally ignored me. And people in chat were mentioning me, so I know that she saw it.
I did not see not one person mention you. Not one fucking person. The chat is so different on my phone on StreamYard because I can see 6 comments at a time. And if I get behind, I have to scroll through a lot of comments to catch up. Like, bro, not everybody's out to get you.
Totally ignored me. She's too busy kissing QB's people.
I would have totally dropped you a link.
People's asses. So this up on her panel. She
just said I was too busy kissing Queen Bee's people's asses. Queen Bee's people weren't. Oh my God. Who is she talking about?
Totally ignored me. And people in chat were mentioning me, so I know that she saw it. Totally ignored me. She's too busy kissing QB's people's asses.
Who the fuck is she talking
But she'll find out the hard way.
I thought I was kissing Granny's watching's people's asses. Which asses am I kissing? Can we please come to an understanding on that?
Because if Jonesn thinks these people are going to pick her over QB, she's crazy. Ninny is hardcore QB. And I'm surprised. I know Ninny from way back. She was a Patreon years ago. 2019, I think, 2020. I used to really like Ninny.
Irish.
She doesn't like.
I know.
She hates MGL so much, but like
I don't understand what she's talking about, Steph. I'm so confused. First, she said I was kissing Granny's watching's people's asses. Then she said I was kissing Queen Bee's people's asses. Queen Bee's people don't even come in my chat. What are you talking about?
XQB. They're about the same. Just saying. I don't see one any worse than the other. I don't know, Crazy Mama. We were talking about that. I guess they did leave QB.
Who?
Boston broke up with his girlfriend. His girlfriend is still around. I saw her. She's so pretty, though. But he's now dating someone else. I don't know who still talks to him. And that girl, somebody saw it in someone else's chat. We call out channels making thumbnails like GW has. It's over, folks. The community has finally imploded. Tragedy pimp leeches have become worse than tragedy pimps they call out. 100%.
Yeah, I don't do that.
Yeah, Crazy Mama. I didn't think so either. I don't know what happened, though. They're all hush-hush. They don't say what happened.
There isn't. Plumey. I hate that shit.
That's another one, Denise. I don't know. I have no idea. I forgot about her. I heard he moved out of Daddy's and into new girlfriends. I thought Daddy needed his help. You think the new girlfriend's as pretty as the old girlfriend? Now I'm just curious. I'm totally curious. Come here, Nick. Where are you? I mean, shit. Nick even they did that Christmas video last year. They were singing, and a long distance relationship is hard, though. It really is hard.
It's weird.
But Denise, I totally forgot about Good Egg. I haven't seen her in a long time. But
okay, but none of these people she's bringing up were in my chat. So what the fuck is she talking about?
I don't watch QB anymore. Yeah, someone left me a comment. One of QB supporters, I was like, are you really this stupid? Oh, you're a hypocrite. You said you don't watch QB, but then you talked about something. I'm like, oh my God, dude. I was talking to that instance that I gave was from years ago. It's like 2 years ago. That's the other thing. Some of these people are so dumb. Like they think they're intelligent and they're so fucking dumb.
Yeah, it's everybody else. Everybody else is dumb. We'll go with that.
I got no time for dumbness.
I agree. So with that being said, thank y'all for being here. I appreciate the love and support. We'll probably go live tomorrow. What's tomorrow, Monday? I got a few things I got to do. Got to go get my physical and all that. So, but I might go live tomorrow evening or something. So make sure you keep an eye out. Thank y'all for being here. I appreciate it. I appreciate that Granny and BJ were able to come to some sort of truce, whether it lasts or not. I don't care. I'm just glad for the moment that part is settled. I think Voices is just being a hateful bitch and is jealous that Granny is being so welcomed in by Queen Bee and the Hive. And I think Laura pretty much is falling in line with the same thing. So, anyways, I hope everybody has a great rest of your night or morning. And I will catch y'all tomorrow. Love ya. Bye.
Deep down, we are all the same. We all want to be happy. We cry when we're hurt. We're angry when we've been mistreated. And to be liked, accepted, and respected, not to mention loved, is the greatest gift of all. Yes, we're all alike. On that note, take care of yourself and each other.